tell me it's hot mic. I know we're not hot mic.
Welcome to the show. That music's probably killer loud. We got a good one today.
Oh, baby.
Okay, music's coming down now.
See that?
3, 2, 1, start.
She's out. We actually have a massive War Room episode today. We have lots of guests up in the hizzy.
Got some decisions to make too, and
So before we do anything, we gotta sort something out real quick. We've talked about this before. Big Mike over here. AJ is Jerry Jones. Adam is Stephen Jones.
You damn right.
EJ is Will McClay. Barry,
Who do you want to be?
in the War Room? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be?
Give me whoever.
No, you.
Well, what I would give you Kellen Moore if he hadn't left.
Who am I? Am I Brian Schottenheimer? Is that who I am?
Yep, you're Brian Schottenheimer. You got to be shot.
Am I?
Would you rather be Brian Schottenheimer or Dan Quinn?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I think Brian Schottenheimer is the new guy in town, right? So, he's gonna give his quacky takes on what they should do when he's a new guy, and everybody's looking at him like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Hey,
Right?
the question is, hey man, how long have you been here?
Right.
A year. Yeah, you don't get to talk anything until you've been here for 16 months. That's what ends up happening. All right, this is awesome. We got All Even Podcast at All Even Podcast. Barry Grant Jr. Oh, AJ's. Are we cracking? Okay, let's.
Crack them if you got them. I had to get it going.
Well, listen, if that's what we're doing, I'm gonna have to go to the fridge and go get some crack 'em. So excuse me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Barry's gonna go get a Crackum, and Colin, EJ, I saved my Crackum so that we could give EJ Will McClay Savage a Crackum.
All right, we got EJ Savage up in the house, also known as @BoysInTheZone on Twitter. You got to follow him. He's a very insightful dude. I think this is going to be your third mock draft on with us or second? Second or third?
I think.
No, it's third.
Third, and last time I have to apologize. Crack him if you got him. Last time I have to apologize because we got so hyped up, we missed out on some of the analysis that EJ has. And EJ, I hope I'm not putting you on the spot, but if you have anything, we're definitely going to hit that tonight before the draft. So,
yep. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Now,
Barry's got one.
Barry's got one too. Get it up. Let's get it going.
It's
crack 'em.
It's Wednesday night. We're all having a good time here on
Sapporo.
Yeah.
Sapporo.
There you go. Oh, I actually like Sapporo. Very good beer.
Hey, so I got a story quickly that kind of ties into some news drop today. Do you guys want to hear it?
AJ saying story and quickly. I call bullshit.
I call bullshit.
Well, it's kind of funny. So we'll see. But
and then adding kind of funny, we have no idea where this is gonna go. So this is intriguing. Let's hear what you got.
So the last time I was where Anth was on the beaches of a tropical island, I ended up getting a little tenderness in my groin, and when I flew home, I had to go see the doctors, and they checked me out. Didn't know what it was. Turned out I just have varicose veins in my testicles. Okay, now this is common. This is common. This isn't like, well, it's not super common, but it's not like wild. They weren't like panicked about it. They said, oh, it's not too bad. 15% of men have it or whatever. Mostly in the lower than average category, but I asked them to keep that off my medical record. And so anyways, long story short, and on that first intro, I had to go get a semen analysis to make sure that I still can produce swimmers, because I haven't had any kids yet. I'd like to, and that's something I'd like to know. And in Canada, I don't have to pay for this, but I have to wait like six months. And if I miss an appointment, I could wait another 6 months. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. But I'm coming down the hill. Or before I leave, I was doing my taxes, looking at my insurance, and I went out and I noted I couldn't find my insurance paper, and I noticed there's no more sticker on my license, the back of my license. We used to have a sticker that said the month and the day that your insurance ran out. So I'm like, oh my goodness, did I come back last summer and not buy insurance? I couldn't remember. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So
your balls are in jeopardy.
My balls are in drop. I'm like, I have to drive. I have to go down. So I drive to the insurance place illegally, go in, and because when I came back or when I left, I had to get my mom to unregister my car, so she became the owner of the car. So now I can't do my or something like that with the insurance. Where
so you couldn't even register your own car.
I couldn't even get my car insurance back on. So I'm like, 10 minutes to go. I'm like, shit, I thought I'd be able to be home to produce my sample. No, I got to do this in the parking lot. So I drive to, I find a quiet place. I'm like, this is wild. Get my sample, go in, hand it in. And then driving back, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just going to have to head home but I need to get insurance. My mom ended up calling me. She was
She's like, I installed a dash cam in your car and I just watched what you did.
No, because I called her to be like, hey, do you remember any of this? So she called me back and she's like, no, you have insurance. So I went back. They're like, oh no, there's no sticker anymore. Yeah. We removed the sticker now. And then they're like, oh, you're insured till next summer. Lay off the weed. So dude, but that whole thing was this fake panic scenario that I created, unlike the D-Hop scenario that's now unfolded where I thought, oh man, we're going to miss out on him. He's still on the table because that price tag dropped from a second round to what they're saying could be a fourth or a fifth. So that was
basically what they're saying is, and AJ,
what a segue.
That is like I said, quick and story. We knew it was going to get there somewhere. One, I wouldn't have been surprised if you had been driving around without vehicle insurance for a year.
I know, me too.
Of course, it would have just seemed normal. But the thing going into the D-Hop thing, the annoying part, and Barry and I have talked about this, is if the Cowboys would have just waited a little bit, the Cardinals were basically waiting for the market to get set for another decent receiver. And now that it's been set with Brandon Cooks, the Cardinals, teams are telling the Cardinals, no, there's no way we're giving you a second. So it's almost like the Cowboys were the first to lead out and set the market. And it almost bit them in the ass by doing that. Yet he is still a possibility if they want to give up a fourth. So, I don't know.
Infuriating. It's infuriating.
But would it be infuriating if the Cowboys actually do pick him up?
I mean, wild. The thing is, it would have to be a restructure of a contract. He's aware of this. He's open to that. Is he going to be open to that to every team that they're possibly going to be traded? He's going to get traded to?
Probably not.
That we don't know because he wants to be a Cowboy. So he might do it for that or a handful of teams that he's willing to do it for. But if I'm D-Hop and you want to trade me to some fucking shit team, I'm not restructuring anything. You better cut me so I can be a free agent and I go sign somewhere else. So, that's basically what it is. It's about where he wants to go.
That's
his only willing to do business.
That's his only way of leveraging where he goes, right? Like he can leverage by saying, "Hey, I'll restructure when I get to said team, but you got to trade me to this team," right?
Exactly.
So that's his way. So
right, and I think that's what's kind of like you said, like the market is starting to form, and that's kind of taking up the time too. Like where does he want to go? The fact that Dallas just traded for Cooks. I mean, listen, I would love for them to trade for D-Hop. That'd be great. I would even say, give up Michael Gallup. I'll take D-Hop and Cooks, and you guys can take Gallup. So, if Jerry wants to do that, he looks like he's in trade mode. So, I mean, hey, I'm a D-Hop guy. So, yeah, get it done. Get it done.
What do you think, EJ?
Yeah, I'm right there with Barry. I think that with the suspension last year, I think D-Hop lost his no trade clause, so he can't really pick where he gets traded to. However, like Barry was saying, that if he wants to restructure or not, that's dependent upon the team that he goes to. So, I mean, if the Cowboys are still in play, I'm all for it. Whether it's with the Gallup, just a straight up trade between the two, or keeping Gallup on the team and maybe giving them Jalen Tolbert, depending on what you think of him. I'm all for it.
Just throw him in any deal. I don't care what.
Throw him in anything. It up. Just sweet. It's like, should I add more sugar to this sweet tea? Yeah, you add more suger to the sweet tea.
Hell yeah.
Like Jerry.
Hey,
it's
we like
Jerry
the special
asking,
team assistant. Let's trade Tolbert for him.
Just throw anyone in there. Can we get a kicking net for Tolbert? Let's get another kicking net. I got a question for you guys because I don't really follow other teams too crazy, right? Like since we've started this, I used to be an NFL nut. I followed everything to do with the NFL. I had NFL Network going all the time. I wanted to know everything else going on with the NFL. But since we started the podcast, my time's kind of been spent on just the Cowboys, trying to figuring out as much news. What soured in Arizona with DeAndre Hopkins and the team. What was it? Was it Kyler Murray and him? I saw clips of them kind of getting at each other, but what was the straw that made him want to get the fuck out of Dodge and leave Arizona?
I think, nothing has really been released. And I think that you can just literally see it. There's just a disconnect with the franchise. There's a disconnect with quarterback and front office, head coach. Obviously, Kingsbury's not there anymore. So for D-Hop is looking at it like, listen, I want to win. And you guys, I'm sure, are trying to get your stuff together. But right now, this doesn't look like a situation where it's a winnable situation right now. I'm 31 years old. I'm not sticking around another 3-4 years here and just waste my career away. He wants to play some meaningful football. So I think that's basically what it is. It's just like he's just reading the tea leaves and he's like, okay, this is kind of run its course. They traded for me. I wasn't unhappy in Houston. They traded me. Then, you guys paid me a large sum of money. I got suspended. Obviously, he had some injury concerns. And, I did a video on this a while ago about, I don't blame him for doing it. Maybe his body needed to take this to kind of get himself back. A lot of times these guys, they put their bodies through hell. So, it's one of those situations where he's just kind of looking at it like, okay, it might just be time for me to go.
I gotta bounce. Yep. One last contract before.
Oh, I thought you were legit saying. I thought you were legit saying you gotta bounce.
See you guys. The beach looks great.
Right. Pot over. I'm going.
See ya.
Yeah. And just to echo Barry on that is, I agree with everything he said, but also with Cliff Kingsbury out, it's a philosophy change in the air raid offense that he likes to run to a Jonathan Gannon, who's a defensive coordinator prior. So he's going to want to run the ball, give his defense more rest. It's just going to be a different system in there. So,
hey man, if we could somehow get him on the squad,
get him.
Do it.
Get him.
It. Sign me up. I'm all for.
Get everybody. I don't give a shit who it is. Get Bobby Wagner too. Call him and say, listen, take this $2 million. Shut up. Come play for the Dallas Cowboys and win something. That's all I'm saying.
Well, this is a good segue in. The Cowboys have signed a bunch of guys. Nothing crazy since the Cooks deal, but we have restructured. We have signed some new dudes. We got Rico Dwaddle back. Dwaddle back. Yeah, AJ, do you got that? Can we get that up on the screen here and get some of these guys that we've signed? We got a long snapper. We got an offensive guard. I feel like these are just kind of depth builds. Minus the long snapper. Even like Ronald Jones, Rojo. Not anything crazy, but I feel like it's an insurance pick until after the draft.
And I completely agree. And I think honestly, I'm gonna do this to Jerry. I'm gonna do this. I think.
Wow.
I think
Record
the Cowboys.
Screen.
Oh no, we got receipts.
No, listen. I am going to go ahead and give Jerry a passing grade so far on free agency. I think Ronald Jones is not. He's not anything special, right? But he's a guy that almost had 1,000 yards in a Super Bowl year, right? He was the bell cow in that year until, obviously they went another direction. He had some fumbling issues, but him being the secondary back, I don't have a problem with that. Him playing the Tony Pollard role, while Tony Pollard is the guy that gets all the carries. You know what I'm saying? So they can be able to do it that way. And if they decide to draft a running back, which I do believe that they probably will, then now you have insurance for Ronald Jones is now pretty much insurance. So it's a win-win in regards to the Cowboys. He can be able to try to kind of rebuild his particular value. He's 27. So, I don't see him getting another big contract after this. It may just be 1-year deals after this, but he can be a serviceable number 2 or, a third down option. So, it's a very good deal for him. It's a good deal for the Cowboys. Excuse me. They got the guy from the Jets, former Jet, for the offensive lineman. That's depth. So I think Jerry did really good in regards to the holes that they filled, and they got their guys back as well. So that's important.
Yeah, I was stoked to hear Fowler's coming back. I really
huge.
I think it was Defi who did a breakdown on just the defensive line. I believe it was his account. So sorry if I didn't get it wrong, but if I did get it right, shout out to Deffy. And it did a breakdown based on their stats, based on the amount of snaps they played, which I think should get an asterisk just based on the fact that the less reps you play, the more opportune moments you might be coming on, right? For example, like if I'm playing 3 out of 4 downs, you're probably coming on to give me a break, and it's probably on those times when you're not really going to be an effect on the field, or the effect of that position's lessened, right? Like you would try to do that as much as possible anyway. So, but that being said, Fowler, I think ranked third.
Scroll down so we can see that beautiful face.
Yeah, third on the list, obviously behind Sam Williams and DeMarcus Lawrence. So Armstrong was actually the lowest ranked when you're comparing his stats,
which is surprising,
yeah.
Right? Like, but you know what? We actually talked about this a lot of the time during the games. Fowler, when he was out there, it always seemed like he was getting a sack or making a play. And AJ, I'll say this, I'll give you credit where credit's due. You liked him last year at around this time when the Cowboys picked him up for a very good deal. You were like, I think I like this guy, and you went off about him. I was like, I don't know, I don't think you know what you're talking about. And then he ended up having a very good season. So I'm stoked that he's back. I think it was a great depth signing, another piece of the rotation. That defensive line, the more years that they can put together and more years under Dan Quinn, which Fowler had in Atlanta, the better they're going to be.
Yeah. I think that Dorrance Armstrong also, whenever he wins on a pass rush rep, that he is more winning by strength or manufactured by the defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, versus Fowler, who has the bend around the edge, a little bit more nuanced in pass rush moves and whatnot. So I like the signing. The only downside to it is just keeping Sam Williams a little bit further down the depth chart.
Good call. That's actually that's a very good point, because
he should be playing more.
Well, yeah, I mean, Sam Williams was another guy like Fowler. Whenever he was on the field, he did something. He had a sack or he had a TFL. It felt like with his limited opportunities as a rookie, he did a lot. So that's a great point.
So I think what we can do at this point, and there could be some other moves happening, but let's do are we like halfway through free agency? When does that actually end, or when's that? Does anyone know?
Season?
It doesn't end.
Yeah,
does it just continue to there's no cutoff pre-draft? There's no pause. Okay.
No,
there's not like a trade deadline where you can't trade deadline. You can trade a player up until X date. Free agency, if you want to say, well, imagine there was a time that you couldn't have free agents and all your offensive linemen get hurt.
No, I just thought maybe there was a pause.
Yeah, like
for a couple months or a couple weeks or something.
But I know, but the
that makes sense.
The urgency is to try to get it like right out of the gate to pick up the guys who are hot on the market, but also get it before the draft happens, because everyone. So like right now, a lot of narrative with Aaron Rodgers, is he going to be going to the Jets? Are the Packers going to hold him out all the way right up until the draft or are the Jets going to hold it up all the way to the draft to kind of like sour the Packers? Different divisions, so it's not like you can't really see it like a Dallas Eagles thing where it's an advantage for them to screw them over with that $60 million cap space. So the urgency is to try to get everything shored up before the draft, just so that you have a strategy going in, like where the Cowboys are even bringing on Rojo. Like we still are. I'm going to voice it to my daddy today. Daddy, we need to be drafting an RB. Rojo's like the. There it is. It must be 6:30.
There's the alarm.
It must be 6:30. But yeah, so that's like, you get everything in so that you're going in. I mean, the Cowboys. I mean, Barry, you were talking about how you were going to give Jerry props, like even dishing out some of these conditional 5th round picks. We still have all of our picks.
Exactly.
Like we are seeded very, very fucking nice.
It's a win-win off season. Honestly, man, like he made some good moves, So I have to give the old man some credit. I really do.
Actually, sorry. Go ahead, EJ or AJ.
No.
I was just gonna say to AJ is the first wave is the big name guys. The second wave is the guys that get their contracts set by the other guys.
Right.
Third wave is after the draft, once the teams kind of get the players from the draft and see what holes are still there. And then the fourth wave is after training camp, if there's any injuries in training camp. Yeah.
And I think that's where Zeke falls. Zeke is going to fall in the
Well, and this is the thing and I'll talk about hey, this is actually big news that we didn't mention. Schultz gone.
Oh,
Schultz
shit,
gone.
yeah.
We didn't even mention it. Schultz gone.
Actually, someone in TikTok was just asking why.
Go off about that.
Why didn't Dallas fight to keep him here? Let's go for it.
This is the thing. And this is my thought. I don't know if this is actually how it is, but right now there isn't very many other big free agent tight ends in the market. There was no market for a tight end this year. There's a lot of good draft prospects in the tight end class.
Yeah.
So I feel like Schultz absolutely shot himself in the foot by not signing with the Cowboys last year. He gambled on himself.
He tried to short himself and he fucked up.
Well, he tried gambling. He gambled a little bit on himself, took the franchise, figured that this year he would be somewhere in the 12 to probably 15 million range, and he signs a 1-year deal for $9 million with the Houston Texans.
But here's
That's
the thing.
As bottom barrel as it gets.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
In my opinion.
I think what happened to Schultz is that he overplayed his hand a little bit, but he's a good tight end, right? He's good. He's not great. He's not game-changing. He's pretty much above average. The problem that he has is that he has games where he completely disappears. He has games where his hands are not there. You don't think that every team is looking at that as well? It's not just Cowboys fans. It's not just us and analysts and the Cowboys pundits that are looking at those things. Everybody sees it. So blocking. So he actually kind of devalued himself throughout the season because of his poor play.
Yeah, look at his Barry. You brought up the bit, and sorry, EG, I know you're trying to chime in there. Think about there was like one game, 2 touchdowns in his hands in the end zone, fucking volleyballed it.
Yeah, and I think that other teams have their pro personnel guys, and they look at certain things and advanced metrics and stuff like that. And for Dalton Schultz, he doesn't do anything at an elite level except for find soft spots in a defense. And what does that help? A rookie quarterback. So
absolutely.
So that's where the Texans are going to come in there. They're going to get somebody that can help their young quarterback, whoever they draft. And that's why I think that Schultz is valuable to them. But for the Cowboys, we have a veteran quarterback. We're adding more weapons on the outside. It's kind of a redundancy to expect Dalton Schultz to just catch a ball, then go down when we have Ferguson and Hendershot behind him. They give you plus in the yak departments, you know?
And that's the thing too, AJ, just to add on to what you're saying, is like, why would you I mean, listen, the Cowboys offered him this contract because they like the kid, right? But why would you commit that much money to an average tight end because you need one? I've been saying it all year. Remember we were having this conversation, the middle of the year, guys. I said, get rid of him. He's expendable. You know what I mean? You have Hendershot there. You have Ferguson there. Although they haven't caught a lot of passes, a lot of times tight ends, when they're rookies, they don't get a lot of work. Dalton didn't get a lot of work in his first season. So, the tight end position is one of the hardest positions to actually come into the NFL and really succeed at early on. You have to learn blocking schemes. You have to learn certain offensive nuances and stuff like that. So it takes them a while to get their footing. So you're probably gonna see Hendo and Ferguson take a great leap year 2, but they can also go ahead and draft a guy like Kincaid out of Utah.
Yeah, I want him.
He said it.
I want him.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say.
I want him.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? He's not Kelsey, but
no.
he's a Kelsey type.
Yep.
I think this is the problem that Schultz ran into is we all remember what he played last year and put himself in the position, like you said, this year. So he has to kind of betting on himself. This is where he ended up. Teams that are looking for that position, they're going to just wait and look to see what they can get in the draft first. Hopefully one of those top 3, top 4 tight ends fall down to them at an appropriate time. Boom, there's your replacement. And then afterwards, okay, I think that's when people will be looking for him. But the number 2 thing, he needs to fire his agents, because those guys just fucking
Totally.
didn't
man.
know what they were doing. They like
I wouldn't be surprised if it came out that he represents himself, to be honest.
like Lamar Jackson.
dude, this contract I believe was somewhere of like 6.25 guaranteed. So that 9 million's not even all guaranteed if I'm correct. And he signed a 1-year deal.
It's a
Based
proven deal.
Dude, based off of his performance, there's no way he shouldn't have had at least a 3-year deal.
I think he fucked up, honestly, by signing this early. He should have waited until someone went before him. I don't understand the urgency to sign. He honestly probably should have waited till after the draft, seeing who picked up at one of the premier tight ends, and then in the draft, and then seeing who still needed the tight end position. I don't know. It's just such a weird deal to me, and I do feel. Right.
I think
You're right. He should fire his fucking agents 100%.
Go ahead, EJ.
I think another point to point out is with like Amari Cooper, he'd always play injured. Dalton Schultz does not do that, and that's great for him outside of football. Whenever he retires and whatever, that's great. Take care of yourself. But teams, whenever they look at like, dude, you got to be out on the field if we're going to shell out this money, And Dalton Schultz was that guy. They would just have a little stinger, and he'd sit out games, and he wouldn't care.
And I think too,
we call those guys bitches.
I think too for Dalton, he's going to the Texans, right? So obviously they're going to be drafting a young quarterback. You can guarantee that he's going to get an extension with the Texans because he's like I said, he's an above average tight end. They're going to give him a reasonable deal that suits his particular skill set. And you're going to see him get a 3 or 4 year deal from the Texans because it makes sense. So I think he was kind of looking at it like that, like, okay, cool. I can be able to wait and maybe get a better deal or more money, on the top end. But long term, I can be able to go here, have a good rapport with the young quarterback, whoever they draft, and that's going to put me in good graces with the front office and get me a long-term deal that I actually want. And on top of that, hey, I like Texas, so I want to stay here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So all of those things I think he was kind of thinking about. And
tax bracket.
I don't necessarily believe it's a terrible deal for him. Yes, he bet on himself and he lost, but he definitely he can actually be able to recoup that money and be in a good position in regards to being, one of the top 20 tight ends in the league. So shout to him.
Yeah. A quick thought on it too, not to continue to talk about Schultze, the fucker who blocked us.
And I don't want to say it's bad to bet on yourself either.
No, so
that's the only time that fucker blocked, right?
Yeah, exactly. Crack him if you got him. AJ's already on his another 7% fucking drink. Looks like he's gonna be fourth quarter.
How many are you on there? Son?
Second. He's starting to pick up speed.
After 5%, it's all the same.
Hey, no, I know I'm not in the same room, but I got I'm counting you. I got you on a pitch count, son.
Okay, so the last thing we'll say about Dalton Schultz, it might not be bad for his position. So Anthony, you said he should have waited it out to see if someone would have came. We could have seen what happened in the draft. Possibly someone gets injured. Schultze seems, he's a gamer, so he probably is betting on himself, as we all know. Him taking the deal with the Texans for $9 million on a team that looks as though they need somebody like him and obviously Noah Brown. He actually could probably prove a better season with the Texans.
I agree.
Definitely.
Hey,
to try to up his market value.
If he gets the same numbers he did with the Cowboys with the Texans, his value will go up.
He just needs to prove the shit that. Sorry, go ahead, EJ.
No, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying he just needs to prove on the stuff that people had issues with. At least the shit that he did wrong this year by volleying some of those catches or misses or whatever he drops. He volleyed those drops. He could have been a little bit tighter on some of his blocking and just. Try to bring up another group of clone zones. Like he has a chance to put himself in a better position by having this year because he's still young.
I take it personal.
Yeah, of course.
With him leaving for it, I took it personal when you guys because we were talking about possibly we have a chance of retaining him, and then when you guys put it in chat, I was driving, probably should have been looking at my phone. And I was so fucking fired up driving. I was like, I cannot wait to make a post about this.
That reel was epic. It was great.
Hey,
I loved it.
There's breakups with girlfriends where you're like, you're still friends, or you're like, you're okay. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, I'm happy to see you. And then there's the breakups with Schultz, where it's like once it's over, it's like get
get
your
out of
fucking
here.
hairbrush out of my bathroom, okay?
This actually proves it. I've only ever had one girlfriend in my life.
Hey,
I'm with her. I started
no
dating her when I
Schultzes.
since I was 21 and we're still together. So
Listen,
that's why I'm taking.
You don't believe in breakups, Ed.
I don't believe it. When you're
There
with
you go,
me,
Ed.
you're with me forever. So
Yeah.
Right.
fuck you, Schultz.
You leave me, I burn the bridge down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you, Schultz.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we
Fuck
are.
you, Schultz, and on to the next one.
Right.
Yeah, and you can keep us blocked now. The 5 fundamental, those 500 5 fundamental shirts that we purchased, I guess we got to just toss them
Yeah.
now.
Jeez.
No.
Thank gosh we didn't get that.
Should we let's do some prospect gandering with
Yeah, let's do it.
with boys in the zone, aka EJ Savage.
So we'll
Yes,
ask
sir.
EJ here. EJ, what are you thinking here going into this 5th mock draft? I know you've been here for a few of them. What are you thinking we're gonna do first, second, third, 4th round? And is there anyone? It's always easy after we do the draft. You're like, fuck, I wish we would have went for this certain guy. But going into it, I like that we're having this discussion prior to us
Yep.
going
Yeah.
into it. Like, is there anyone you're thinking the Cowboys need to take in the first or
So-
second rounds?
So I wrote down 3 good options for each pick, each of the first 3 picks.
Nice.
And my first one has already been name dropped on here.
Kincaid.
Dalton Kincaid.
Kincaid.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, and that seems
So,
a
yeah,
very
I mean-
Dallas thing to do. They draft all the same looking tight ends. They might as well remove one and then replace one with the same fucking name so that they
Can
don't
we
have
get
to
him up?
remember.
Can we get
bring him up.
Kincaid up? Can we get a picture of him?
Yeah,
I
bring
need to see what he looks
and
like.
bring him up on
yeah.
our draft buzz. Oh, he
Yeah,
looks
go-
like a
You guys
Serial
go ahead
killer?
and do that, and I'll just go over some
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
strengths that I saw. I just said that he has exceptional hands for the tight end position, has great body control, makes catches outside of his frame consistently, catches balls that other tight ends, even at the next level, at the NFL level, wouldn't be able to catch. Quick hands, concentration, good enough blocker. He's not really known for blocking, but truthfully, I really don't care about the blocking aspect. Just get this dude in the system, let him go crazy. He has sideline awareness, gets both of his feet down, even at the college level where you only have to get one. He reminds me of a Travis Kelce, like Barry was saying earlier in the open field. He makes people miss, jukes, stiff arms, natural strength, good route runner, and I think that he has good speed and strength. The only real negatives that I had was that blocking, and he's not really great at going down and catching those shoelace balls. But other than that, I really liked him.
He looks like he sells printers.
Yeah, this guy he looks like he's gonna change my tires and give my car a tune-up in 20 minutes. I
Well,
like
that guy-
that.
What's crazy is
Didn't that guy
this-
paint
this-
your back fence?
These are all things you want in the tight end. Sorry,
this
go
guy
ahead.
wasn't even recruited. He was just playing basketball until his senior year of high school, I think, or maybe he played in high school. I can't remember the exact story. This is just off the top.
Man's an
but then
athlete, man.
Then he went to football as just a walk-on. Then he went to Utah, and he's been their man ever since.
It's
So-
funny that seems to be the position that guys can not,
Yes.
predominantly play their whole lives and still make
Yeah.
it to the pros.
Because
And he's
it's
that
a
basketball player.
it's a development type of position where you there's a lot of things that you can take time to work on, right? So you can work on blocking schemes, your footwork, how you get off the line, certain cadences. So it's a progression type of position, just like offensive linemen, right? Obviously, you want your offensive lineman to be out the gate solid, but it's a development position where guys have to take some time to be able to get there. So, most athletes can be able to not play the position and really succeed at the tight end position because there's not a lot of guys that can be able to guard an athletic tight end. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah.
linebackers. Obviously, they're better now. They're more athletic now, but it's still a position that you can be able to really take advantage of. With smaller,
Exactly.
slot corners and stuff like that. So, It's a definitely a position of an athlete.
I do hate tight end at 1 though. I do hate tight end at 1. Sorry.
I know,
just,
but
I
if we
just
told
do.
you that we were getting Travis Kelce, and I'm not
Right.
I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to say if
Travis Kelce type.
a really great tight end is better than a great wide receiver, in my opinion.
At this
100%.
point, it is definitely is.
impose so many mismatches.
100%.
And it's just, I mean, this dude's 6'4", 246 pounds.
Oh, you see, he's a size that we know Alex loves. Look at that.
Alex loves.
So EJ,
Tell me more.
So EJ, if he's on the board at 26 today's mock draft, my daddy over here is going to want to pick him.
I think of Kyle
I'm
Pitts
for
a
it.
couple of years ago, and he hasn't really done much, and he was the most hyped tight end in the last, I'd say, forever.
Look, there's
and that was at what, 4th or 5th they took him. I don't know.
there's
Yeah.
the 26th pick is, I guess some could argue it's difficult and some could argue it's more easy because
You can take anything.
I would hate the number 1 pick because the amount of pressure that is on you to it's so hard to pick the best. It's so much easier when people have picked what has been the perceived top best, and now you get to pick a little bit more based on like your need. So
True,
especially in a year that is, if you have a draft there's no clear cut number 1, it's tough,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like last year, obviously a couple of years ago when it was Trevor Lawrence, it's a no-brainer.
he's
Trevor
going
Lawrence.
at 1. He's
But
going at
like
1
for-
no matter what.
Yeah, but for like this year, C.J. Stroud is being mentioned. Bryce Young is
Bryce
being
Young.
mentioned. You know what I mean? Like,
Anthony
you
Go back to even last
Right.
year.
Anthony-
Even go back
Anthony
to last
Richardson,
year.
right?
Go back
Yeah,
to
go back
last
to
year.
last year.
Everyone thought Hutchinson was going, and
Right.
then the Jaguars took Thibault. Is that his name? How do you say it?
No,
is that-
no, Walker.
Walker. Sorry,
Trayvon Walker.
Trayvon Walker
Yeah, Thibodeau
So-
went to the Giants.
to the Giants. So that's what I mean. Like, I agree. 26 is probably, well, one, your team's already set up a little bit better than the first overall team that's picking, but some of the more options that you've kind of whittled down to what your team specific needs, not just, okay, we're at 1, we got to take an edge rusher, offensive tackle, or a quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's people that have him as the second rated tight end and third in some cases, behind the Notre Dame kid, Mayer. But I think that he has the potential to be the best out of this group. So
he's number 1 on PFF.
EJ, you know who my other guy is?
Luke Musgrave.
Yes.
Yep, I'm with you on that
Yes.
one.
EJ's my guy because the thing is with Luke, 6'6", damn near 260, runs a 4.6, like has sure hands, can be a good blocker.
Yeah.
And has
Yes.
really like, like underrated
Receiver
athleticism.
traits.
Yeah, so
For route running,
exactly.
The
So
only
that-
knock on
Barry,
on
you got to
Musgrave
dial
is
it
the
down. You had
injuries, man.
You had Alex pop in there.
You had
Alex pop in there.
You know, a
You
fun
heard
fact
6'6",
about Musgrave.
260. You got to dial it down on AJ there.
He was over here moving in his seat like
Yeah, he's thinking he's back in
AJ
his car parked to get insurance. Football player size and insurance gets AJ all hot and heavy.
I'll tell you, Musgrave is actually a 4-sport athlete in high school.
yeah.
Basketball, football, obviously, but then lacrosse
Oh.
and alpine skiing.
Okay,
He
bring
has those
him
hips,
up.
man.
Well,
So he's
let's
physical.
pass the
And
can
that's what I
fan
like.
test. Bring him up on draft
We'll
buzz.
bring
Let's
him
see
up,
what he looks
and
like.
then we got to get on to the other because
we're only on draft prospect 1 right now.
You have three per pick, right?
Yeah, three
Oh,
per pick.
Okay, but
So,
bring this stud up here. I think
We'll
we need
have
to
a
see him.
quick look at this stud and see what he looks like. I
Well,
mean,
AJ's already nutted, so he's already moved on to the next guy right now.
Hey, I got a shaved head right now too, so I'm digging this look.
Yeah,
on him.
he's your average looking white guy that looks like he plays lacrosse. I
Why
agree.
does he have the old man sock holders on though? I don't like that. That's kind of
No, you mean
that's
like
too
a-
sexy for
like-
the football field.
Like
Okay.
you take your slacks off and,
Yeah.
and he's holding his socks off. Luke Musgrave. He's a
Okay.
old soul.
The man is there for business. That's what those are there
Yeah.
for. Right?
Hey, good to know though. He is ranked 4th on this list on the big board that we'll be using. Sorry,
So,
Jake.
yeah.
Let's do number 2.
just going into number 2, you guys already know who it is. Bijan Robinson.
Yep.
I had to put him in here. I had a different list beforehand, but with the signings, with the Brandon Cooks trade and the Gilmore trade, I had to edit this list. But I think that Bijan has a chance to be there. The teams to watch for ahead of the Cowboys for picking Bijan is the Chargers, the Ravens, the Eagles, possibly.
Yep.
And then depending on what the
shut
Bears
your whore
want
mouth.
to do, if the Bears want to get crazy and really help out Justin Fields, they could go Bijan as early as 9, which would be crazy. Or they could trade back and try to get him.
Trade back.
Which would be a super reach. I mean, they could trade back with us.
Yeah.
I could see either the Eagles or the Bears at 9 and 10 trading back to like I'd say anywhere between 17 and 23 to get Bijan Robinson. That would be a debt, and then acquiring like a early second round pick. But don't you shut your whore mouth about the Eagles.
Ultimately, I think that the Bears would like to just go ahead and get their guy that they've been linked to the entire time, the D tackle out of Georgia. But if they don't and they want to go get offensive line help, they could go with Paris Johnson or whatever. And then they know I was just throwing them out as a possible pick for the Bears as Bijan. But honestly, I think the more the Chargers or Ravens are teams to watch. Honestly,
look at AJ doing a comparison here.
Sorry, EJ. AJ showing that. Is this a foreshadowing that Bijan's coming to the Cowboys because he's crop topping it a la Zeke?
Look at that.
If we draft Bijan, I'm buying a Texas 5, baby. Let's go.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Bijan's one of the only players that I've literally looked at and scouted that has 0 negatives on him.
He's
the only negative you could even say about him is
that he went and visited Philly today. Yeah.
Really, did he?
Well, I don't know if I don't know if it was today or this week. He was visiting Philly yesterday or today.
His only negative is that he's a running back. That's honestly the only negative you could find on the guy.
Yeah.
Because running backs are just not valued how they used to be. And it sucks because you get this dude who 10 years ago was probably going in the top 5 picks, to be realistic.
And it's my favorite position, and it really is. I love the running back position.
Oh,
the fact that it's been so devalued, it bothers me.
Barry, every when growing up and we would play, we would make Madden players. I would always make a halfback, and Ants would make a linebacker. Alex would be a wide receiver, a running quarterback, or.
And I'd say I'd be like, you're white, dude.
Yeah, and then guess what?
You can't make your guy a running back.
And I willed Christian McCaffrey into that role. So that's
right.
You know, so
hey, you should tell him Mike Allscott was pretty good back then. He was a fullback.
Yeah, but I was never. We would always make our older brother Adrian. He would be the fullback running for our created team.
That's disrespectful.
And then I'd make my guy, and Ad's like, you're a 5'10" linebacker. Do you think you have a chance?
Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas. You see,
London Fletcher.
Go ahead, EJ.
The only thing worse than the white running back is the white cornerback.
They don't exist,
bro.
It's a unicorn.
There's actually a white cornerback coming out this year out of Iowa. I think his name is Riley Moss or something like that.
He'll be going into the 7th round.
Yeah. 7th round, and he'll be transferred into safety or special teams.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute. You're a cornerback. Oh, okay. Hop over here, son.
So, that's nice. You want to play corner here.
That's cute.
Safety.
It's cute.
Here's a safety number for you.
You want to play a slot receiver? We can maybe do that for you.
Riley Moss,
right? Probably.
Riley Moss looks like he might grab your hand and sniff your fingers.
That's the cornerback?
That's Riley Moss.
It's the white corner.
Oh my gosh.
Right there, buddy.
I mean, great stash. Sorry, AJ.
Sorry, those first 2 guys are my number 1 ranked in their position groups.
That's fair. That's fair.
The second, or the third, is Osiris Torrance. He's ranked as my 2nd guard in the draft. I think that if Peter Skoronski kicked over to guard, I think I'd rank him ahead. But anyways, my positives on Osiris Torrance, and this is the guard out of Florida. I just said he's excellent at helping the tackles initially on pass sets, then kicking back inside and blocking a stunt or a linebacker on delayed blitzes. Shows power in the run game. Seems to be a high IQ player that understands blocking schemes and the importance of getting off blocks and pushing to the next level. 1 reps against the best defensive player in the draft, which is the Georgia D tackle Jalen Carter. I think he has great play strength, and I would like to see him get stronger, but that's just with any offensive lineman. You want him to get stronger and get better at the craft. And I think he's a Pro Bowl guard if you put him in there, either year one or year two. Only thing that I didn't like about him is that he got over his feet a little bit, getting off balance. If quicker players get under his pads, they can get him on his heels a little bit.
Great smile.
But I didn't really see him lose any reps necessarily. 23 years old, 6'5", 330.
He looks like he's 43 years old.
I know both of these make me feel like it's 1980s football.
Like this one shot that we have up here, EJ. He looks like it's like, whoa, that's a Hall of Famer from the mid 80s. He's like 43 years old here when he plays.
It looks like a boxing promotion where football players in a boxing ring.
Imagine having to take that guy on the line.
No fucking way.
You know what? I think guard actually has kind of snuck its way up as a very top, like very big concern for the Cowboys. And that guy looks like he could step in K1 and make some noise.
Dude, if Cowboys can solidify that guard position, I mean that front line is set. We like Diaz, and even more, his play will just a rising tide raises all ships, as they say. So that average on the O line goes up. That's folklore, but that rising tide goes up. The average goes up, and suddenly his play becomes even better. He's going to make the Pro Bowl, baby.
Let's go,
I don't mind guard at 1.
If you told me that Tyron Smith was our swing tackle, I would feel great about our offensive line. So, if we pick this guy up in round 1, I'd be ecstatic. And then the teams to watch for ahead of the Cowboys were the Seahawks, the Jags, and the Giants, possibly. I feel like the Giants could get better at the guard spot, but who knows? They're probably looking at receiver.
It's possible, EJ. I don't see this kid going past 20, honestly.
Really?
Well,
Barry's high on him. Barry is high on Osiris.
So for my second round guys, and I put second round instead of 58 because I feel like some of these guys are going to fall, and I would like the Cowboys to go up and get them. So the first guy is Emmanuel Forbes, and he's ranked as my number 4 corner. And the only reason why I feel like he would drop down is because he's very, very skinny. At the combine, he was only 166 pounds.
Wow.
For a cornerback.
Sounds like a little bit.
Skinny.
EJ,
look at that.
EJ, you can't convince our Jerry Jones on this mock draft to pick him up. So
Jerry Jones is not taking a corner that's 160.
I don't want to sneeze and blow him over in the hallway.
This guy's 6'1", 166. He ran a 4.3 40-yard dash, though, 37.5-inch vertical.
Ooh, I like it.
Combine.
Oh,
nice ball skills. Reminds me a lot of Trayvon Diggs. Physical
Daddy's ass
player,
perked
even
up.
though he's very slight. High points balls extremely well. Seems to make more plays in zone coverage, which we ran a lot of last year. Fluid hips, length, competitiveness for the corner, and ball skills is what I have. So I liked him a lot. I think that he reminds me of Trayvon Diggs. He does take the chances like Trayvon Diggs, so I don't know if you want to have another corner like that, but maybe if you get him behind Gilmore, he can learn some stuff like that and get a little bit more nuance in his game as well.
This is my only issue with a guy that's 166 pounds at 6'1". Okay, this is my only issue. Realistically, how much weight do you think this guy's putting on in an NFL program? At most, I'm saying this is at most 20, and this is being very, very.
Don't even say 20 pounds. Not in the next 8 months. Not in the next 8 months.
10 pounds.
It's very possible though.
They do have their ways.
Right.
But you wouldn't be taking him to start, right? He wouldn't be starting. So he has time to bulk up. But 6'1", so he's got the frame. 6'1".
One caveat to this is I think that he can get bigger, but he also played in the SEC. He played in the most physical division, or so people say.
Competition.
So I mean, he's going against good players. So I think that if he slipped past 45, I would seriously be willing to trade up to get this guy. He's my 4th corner, and there's probably going to be 4, 5, 6 possibly guys before him.
Corner's
just
jacked
because
up.
He's so skinny, I would love to go up and get this guy.
Okay,
if he puts on 20 pounds, is he running 4.3 still?
No. He's not John Jones. He can't wait up and still be fast.
Right, but think about it. Like 4.3, a lot of guys play play faster with pads on, right? So he
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to translate to 4.3 40 speed, but
In pads.
can he close? Can he be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like those are the things. And if you draft a kid like this that has a chance that he has the wiry frame to get bigger, he has the potential to get bigger behind a Stephon Gilmore for a year. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Right?
So David Lawrence
really what you want.
David Lawrence in the chat brings up a great point. You're not taking a corner that high to sit a year. So it, like he said, he has to.
That's fair.
He has to drop a bit in order for us to consider that.
But so who? So
but if the value is so good, I mean, man,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would have a hard time.
You might.
Right.
I mean, look at our set. We took Kelvin Joseph in the second round.
Right.
Well,
Right. We
that.
took Kelvin Joseph.
It's generational.
That's what I mean. Generational. Generational fucking punk.
This guy has the speed, but even if he did lose a little bit of speed, I feel really, really great about our safeties over the top anyways.
Yes.
That I really wouldn't care about it. You know what I mean? So the only reason why you care about speed a lot is if you're playing your boys on the island and there's only one over the top safety. That's when you really care about speed. And we've got 3 legit safeties back there. So
I need to watch some tape on this guy, see if he can tackle.
Onto my next guy is John Michael Schmitz, who's a center out of Minnesota. He's ranked my #1 center. I think that if you kicked him to guard, I would probably put him over Osiris Torrance, truthfully. So if we can get this guy in the second round, I love it. I think that these are just my notes on him real quick on the positives. I said, I think that he has guard and center flex. Play him at guard 1 year if you decide that you want to move on from Biotish, which I think that, I mean, I know he got Pro Bowl last year. I think we should move on from Biotish because you look at our division, we have Philly has a nasty D tackles. Washington has great defensive tackles, and both of those guys are power dudes. Biotish, one thing about him that he lacks is the power.
EJ, hang on a sec. EJ, hang on a sec. Alex, he's talking about Biadaz, like your Biadaz, like when he says Biotish, he's talking about Biadaz. Just so you know.
Okay.
Always time to pause to sewer AJ. Hey, AJ, I love you, bro. Just so you know, I love you. I'd kiss you right now if I was in studio.
Man, his headshot reminds me of a kid you'd see in Willy Wonka. But anyway,
and he's even wearing the right color too.
Augustus Gloop.
Hey, we can switch out Biotish, go to another ginger center.
Got him.
For it, but
crack with you got him, Barry.
Crack with you got him.
Yeah, boy.
he has pancakes on film. Can block 2 rushers on stunts. Has
He's
the
never
high
missed a
IQ to know when to
pancake by the
pass
looks
and
of it.
engage on blocks. Consistently snaps the ball straight to the QB's hands in shotgun or under center. Quickly gets gets back in his set on passing downs. Huge plus for the center position on QB sneaks. He gets a lot of push at the center position. Loves to finish plays by putting this man on the ground, even when after the whistle. So you might have to dial him back, but I'd rather pull him back a little bit than try to push him out. You know what I mean? He's elite at keeping track of rushers up the middle. So he has that push and can help on your guards if he's playing center, but also keep his eyes upfield and pay attention if there's anybody on delayed blitzes or whatnot. I really like him, and I think that if we put him at guard, he'd be just fine. So.
AJ, can you go back to that last picture for a second?
Looks like a guy that we grew up playing lacrosse with, Landon Moore.
To the
that one there.
Look at that.
I respect any NFL or any football player that reps just one glove.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the center. He's got to keep that hand.
And I hope he's snapping with his left hand. I hope he's Doug Flutie. I hope he's Doug Flutie and just the glove on my throwing hand. You're not throwing, you're snapping. It's a throw.
I complete 99% of my passes.
My next guy, just to roll through these a little bit quicker.
Dude.
Is
Nothing's
Mozzie
quick
Smith.
on Can Fan, bro.
I know that a lot of people are mocking him first round. I liked Mozzie Smith. I wouldn't pick him in the first round just because he gives you 0 on the pass rush success. He only has 0.5 sacks in his entire career. I know that he's athletic for the position, but as a D tackle, this guy, in layman's terms, in AJ terms, he's like Jonathan Hankins. So
nice.
He's gonna eat up the blocks inside. Gonna get double teamed, so that allows your linebackers to get up and make tackles open field, so they don't get washed from plays.
My only thing with this, my only thing with this, like you said, he is getting mocked even to the Cowboys at 26. So
I know, but how often
58
do you
seems
actually see
58.
run stuffing D tackles go that high? You know what I mean?
You don't, but I mean, to even get mocked at that 26 to then fall to 58,
No,
that's a big like.
we'll
and
see.
there's been multiple people that have mocked him to the Cowboys at 26. So I'm not saying
crazy.
if he's at 58, 100% you fucking take him, right?
Well, and like I said before I started this, if this is second round, if you feel the need that you need that guy, you're one piece away, and it's Mozzie Smith, you go up and get him. You know what I mean? You're not waiting all the way till 58 to go get him.
Right.
Then my potential picks for the third round for me, a boy that we've drafted a couple times during the mock drafts, Eli Ricks. He's my number 6 corner. This guy's 6'2", 188, so he's a lot bigger than Forbes, but he's also
nasty.
21 years. He's 21
and he's
years
nasty.
old. So I mean, he's young. He has that that youth to him where he can learn, and he would be a really great draft and stash player sitting behind Gilmore and Diggs, in my opinion. The only reason why I think that he's not as high on a lot of scouts' boards is because of his 40 time. Only ran a 4.6, and it's a 4.68 at that.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't mind that with our safety group in the back half, because I think that he gets really good. He's competitive. He's competitive on his jams at the line of scrimmage, which negates a lot of speed from wide receivers and whatnot. Shows good route recognition, natural instincts, and IQ. And he's been playing corner for a very long time. He's a 5-star athlete out of high school as well. And I just really liked him. The next guy is my pet cat. I don't really ever see anybody mocking him to the Cowboys or even really saying anything about him, but it's Parker Washington, wide receiver out of Penn State.
I've been hearing that Eli. I've been hearing his name thrown around actually quite a bit. Well, enough that I made this comment.
Well, there you go. I mean, if we drafted Parker Washington, I would love the pick. I would love it in the second round, but I'm seeing a lot more people mock him in third, fourth rounds, which is crazy to me. He's 5'10", 215. He's only 20 years old, built like a running back. He has an athletic catch radius, not afraid to lay out for catches, rolls and runs with quarterbacks when the play is broken. Young player with a lot of raw talent, and really nice weight for the size, and has break tackle ability for yards after the catch. So he's just he's a guy I really like. So.
Leave him alone. Patrick Mahomes is dorky. All right.
Look at this one.
Looks more like Jackson to me.
The last guy, if we don't end up going Kincaid or whoever in the second round, whatever, Sam Laporta. He's a tight end out of Iowa. I really like this guy. I think that, Iowa is kind of like the Notre Dame for offensive tackles, but for the tight end position, there's so many great tight ends that come out of Iowa. This guy has yards after catch ability. He can catch stuff. He can block, sticky hands. I think that he's
like AJ,
really good after the catch. And one thing I noticed with him is they use him in the screen game too at Iowa, and that's one thing that we've lacked in the past is a good tight end screen game.
Screen game period.
In general,
Screen game period for the last 5 years.
But if you play this guy and Ferguson at the same time, that creates so many mismatches that I really would love to draft this guy. So
okay, well let's
rolling through him a little bit quicker.
Let's fucking draft through him.
He looks like the dude that you're at a carnival and you have to hit the or hit the balloon with a dart or something. That's the guy that gives you the teddy bear if you do it.
It looks like he might be late to a appointment as well below the waist here. You know what I'm saying?
Pink Bear Man.
Yeah,
there he is.
That picture sucks.
Okay, do we want to roll into this mocky mock, boys?
Yeah, well, there's a question I had. I asked it earlier, where we usually do a 4-round mock draft, but our knowledge is expanding. And one thing that we're always skipping because we're not doing a 5th round is that potential quarterback pick. So I throw to us here. Do you guys want to do a 5-round draft? And because we're getting close to the draft, I think we can probably speed our way through the picks a little bit more.
Let's ask our.
I'll say.
Let our East Coast guests answer that, since they're a couple hours ahead of us. If they want to go a 5th round, we go pretty quick though. These aren't. I think we're
good on time.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
We usually are.
Let's
okay.
roll, man. It's 10-10.
So,
We good.
this is what I'll say though.
I got the timer, Anth.
You got a fucking timer. We're not doing a 25-minute first round pick. What are we? Let's agree. Let's agree with the timer. Let's agree with the timer. 8 minutes. I think.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Not 8 seconds.
And don't be like last time where like we've been talking for 10 minutes and Alex is
No.
like, oh fuck, I forgot to start the timer.
Add here. You see it with me.
I'll be on it. I mean, I'm only running 3 other chats and a bunch of stuff here, but I'll make sure Alex's timer.
No, I'm just saying you'll be able to see it as well. So if it
8 minutes. If we can stick to 8 minutes and pick, we don't have to draw the whole 8 minutes out. If
exactly
we can do 8 minutes and get a pick, I think 5 rounds is more
okay. What
doable.
say so? Rules of engagement. What are we allowed to pause the time for?
No, you can't.
Okay.
That's the whole point of a timer.
These last drafts, it's all no. But these last drafts,
if we were doing
hang on,
trade,
pause.
When can we pause the? No, you can pause the draft.
Okay.
You can't pause the
Okay,
timer.
not the timer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Timer's always going good.
When can we pause the timer? Well, then what the fuck is the point of having a timer?
Well, sometimes we go God mode and we just break the fucking game, dog.
Like last time, we're like one trade, and second round, we're like, okay, let's trade again.
Okay, let's just trade again. Are we doing any trades?
Put the fucking game genie in, man.
Yeah,
Game
no,
Genie.
Game
Nice.
Shark. Yeah.
Game Shark. Yeah, totally.
Game Shark, Game Genie. Yeah, Game Genie,
I like one trade on the board.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 2, but
guess what? Let's get crazy.
we're playing with
4,
trades. We're
5
playing with
rounds?
trades.
Yeah, we're
So
playing with
5
trades.
so 5 round draft and so we're gonna allow 2 trades. Is that what we're doing?
I think we just
it's
go.
open.
I guess say we go 5 trades if we
open?
want. Yeah,
I
trade
think we're just
around.
gonna throw. I think we're just gonna throw
I
our
say
keys.
max.
We're gonna throw our
max
keys into
2
the bowl
trades.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, we're gonna be limited by our 8-minute timer. So
This is
Yeah.
as soon as we kick the draft off,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
let
gonna
me get
crack
one.
them.
Let me get one.
Everyone
Let me
get
get
ready
one
for
here.
that crack 'em there.
Yeah, I got my stuff right here, baby.
There we go, Sapporo. Just like we were
So-
drinking when we were in New York together, Barry.
Oh yes, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Fun
Okay, ready? Crack 'em if you got them.
Crack him if you got it.
AJ is going for his other one.
Crack.
Yeah.
That's number
Crack
3,
'em
by
if
the
you
way,
got 'em.
Alex.
yeah, count them down.
What is this limit, Ed?
He doesn't have one.
3?
Three. I've reached it.
Yeah,
I've breached it.
Well,
he's breached his limit.
I said that we
2
had
maybe?
2 trades, two max trades. We'll up it up to 3 max trades, and one of the trades can go for a water bottle instead for AJ.
Zing. There
Hey, I'm
we
gonna
go.
be playing Adam's Kid in wrestling after this. So.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
We got
Yep,
WWE
Not real life. Not real life.
No, we got WWE 2K23.
Yeah.
We've been
Nice.
smashing some fools.
Okay, so here we go. Not touching any of these settings. Gonna start slow. 5 rounds. Let's get into it, boys. Mock draft
Let's
5.0.
What do we do? We didn't even talk about position. Whatever.
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
so
Who are
okay,
you,
before
Barry?
we start,
Yep.
like I said, I'm Brian Schottenheimer.
There
So
we
I'm
are,
thinking I'm all offense right now. All offense.
Yep.
I don't give a shit
Yep.
about offensive line. I don't give a shit about none of that stuff. I care about running backs. I care about wide receivers, and I care about tight ends. That's all
Okay.
I care about.
I'm just gonna say this: if Bijan's there, that's my vote. That's all. I'm just gonna say that right from the
Shut
get-go.
up, Mike. That's
Hey,
Right,
Bijan
me-
and I. Hey,
Bijan.
Me and Coach McCarthy are on the same page. We don't
Yeah.
give a shit
Yeah.
about defense right now.
I don't care about defense.
And we got no defensive representation.
Yeah, no, it's an all offense. Actually, Will
Oh.
McClay, EJ Will McClay
McClay's-
Savage is pretty.
Well, yeah,
Trying to bet the
McClay
best
is very fair. He's
Yeah.
he's a defensive guy.
Let's be honest, though. Mike McCarthy has
McClay
never fit on a
actually-
page with anybody.
I think Will McClay actually used to be a cornerback in college, so he's
Right.
more defense actually.
Oh,
You
are
can
you?
tell.
You're
can
setting
tell by
that.
the
You're setting
defense.
that up. You're setting that up because you want that skinny ass fucking corner to sign up with us. Will,
He's
jeez.
gonna take him at 26. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
All right, team. Let's be on the lookout for running back, tight end, wide receiver, quarterback, defensive interior, and linebacker. Woo!
Offensive line too.
An offensive line.
Guard-
Add it to the
Guard,
list.
center, and tackle.
Here we go.
CJ Stroud.
Bryce Young goes number
wow.
1.
CJ Stroud.
Then Stroud. Yep. Will Anderson.
Okay.
Will
Carter.
Levis, or Levi,
Carter to the Hawks.
as I like to say. Tyree
Oh,
Wilson.
wow. That's big.
Christian Gonzalez, classic PFF.
That kid is a stud.
Anthony
Yeah, man.
Richardson goes to, and then Devin
Witherspoon's
Witherspoon.
It goes to the
Gonzalez.
Raiders. Disaster.
Wow, steal by the Bears, man.
Carter the Bears. Oh, good.
Eagles just juiced up their offensive line more
With a
Awesome.
tackle. Anytime I don't feel any need to pause at this point. There goes the first wide receiver to Patriots with JSN.
JSN.
Nolan Smith right after.
off the board.
Yeah, to Green Bay.
Man, there's still a lot of good people.
Quentin Johnson.
Okay. Johnson off. Joey Porter.
Do
Wow.
we okay, I'm just pausing. We're 6 away. Do we just keep letting it roll, guys?
I think there's still a lot of good players. I
Okay.
still think
I said let it ride.
I still think we roll.
Let it ride, baby. Let it ride.
Woo! It feels good.
Put it on double green, baby.
Brian Branch.
Brian Branch. We're getting. Oh no, he's gone to the Chargers, which we did.
Bijan.
Zay Flowers gone.
Bijan's gone.
Dalton Kincaid
went
just went.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison just went. We should have traded.
Oh man.
Okay, so a lot of bad happened there.
This is tough. Actually, this is for as far as our mock drafts go. The selection of players is probably. This is probably the best selection of players we've had because we haven't had many of these guys before. So this is
true.
This is good conversation here.
So
guys, I'm indifferent here.
For audio listeners, I'm just gonna spit out real quick. We have Deontay Banks, Brian Bresci or Breesy, Michael Breesy, Michael Mayer, not Michael Myers. That would be too scary.
We may have to take Mayer.
Yeah. Will McDonald IV, Josh Downs, DeWan Jones, Tanner McKee, and Felix. I'm not even gonna get into this one.
What are you guys thinking about trading back a couple spots? Anyone offering us trades?
Well, I'm kind of interested in DeWan Jones. It's not a for sure thing that we're going to retain Steele. He already plays right tackle for Ohio State. He's a massive human being. I think that he's good value. I think this dude's like 6'7". Pull him up on draft.
Ooh, 6'8".
Yeah, bring him up on Draft Buzz, AJ.
6'8", 374, man.
Jeez.
Wow.
I mean, this dude's a mammoth. So
Confirm him with Draft Buzz. Confirm him with Draft Buzz.
Has the timer been started?
6 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock.
Okay.
I don't hate this move here. If we're gonna go tackle, we could, or offensive lineman, we can go here. We can take the chance. We have depth there. Dak needs all the help that he can get. So
I do like Mayer though. I mean, he provides a
right.
lot better blocking than Kincaid, and if we're going to go to Mike McCarthy's system, then that's a valuable part of that. So
yeah.
Hey, look,
So Jones is rated a little bit back. Could we trade back a couple and still get the guy and still get value?
Hang on a second. So my daddy is just gonna say, I just looked at his hat. He's 6'8".
No.
You don't.
Son.
You don't even need to say anything else.
Son, I do love his height, and his weight is astonishing. I tell you this, but
Mr. Jones, if I can be able to just speak to you real quick, sir.
Of course,
go ahead.
absolutely, shot it, baby.
We need a difference maker at tight end. I know that we have Hendershot. I know that we have Ferguson. But if we can get this kid here, we can be able to solidify our tight end position and give Dak the security that he needs. He needs the security. And if we're gonna invest into this quarterback for the next 5 to 7 years, which I do believe you're thinking about doing, this is a kid that we probably need.
This is Meyer?
Jerry.
Yes.
Jerry, let me just go into a sell for you here, though.
Go on, Will. I love your beautiful silky voice.
As Will McClay. See, with this guy, DeWan Jones, we can market him as the next Too Tall Jones. He's 6'8", Jerry. He's big. He's a nasty on the offensive line. You love these guys.
Got a great smile.
He does.
And I'll say, this man, he's from a premier program at Ohio State as well. So, you know me, I like my Power 5 conferences, and I like to go with him.
Are we spinning the board, AJ?
Well, hang on. Now, does anyone else have a bone to pick? We got about 4 minutes and 30 seconds here.
Yo, hey, Big Mike here.
Of course. Mike, wipe that mayonnaise off the corner of your mouth for me, for Christ's sakes. Thank you.
I'm just happy to be here, Jerry.
Oh, I love that you're in here. You fill the room with joy and a lot of you too.
Waiting for Nacho night.
What is it? Wing Wednesday, baby. Let's go
Right.
crush 100 wings.
What were you gonna
So
say,
what-
Mike?
That was it. I'm just
Oh,
happy to be here.
Love it, love it.
So what are we
So,
thinking, guys?
okay,
Offensive
so,
line, tight end. Where we going?
In all honesty, I think the idea of DeJuan Jones is great, but I just don't think that that's the place.
Value.
It's if we're debating between the two, Mayer is who I would go with, and number two, most important part, Mayer's who Jerry Jones is going to go with. I can sell jerseys of this big, sexy American tight end. Okay,
I do think tight end is a bigger need than tackle for us.
Yes.
I get it. Like, there's the question of
But
Steele leaving.
what
I don't
about-
think Steele's gonna leave.
what about Banks or Breesy? Those are
I
valuable
don't-
players.
I don't hate
What if you
Banks,
guys?
but I think there's
So what
value at cornerback later.
3 minutes, 17 seconds left. That's Stephen Jones, the fucking
Yep.
Well,
buzzkill
you-
saying that.
You do your fucking accent, Steven.
You guys, we got 3 minutes left in the war room here. Okay, Will.
Before we decide, I just would like to hear if everybody thinks that Tyler Smith is a tackle or a guard. Because if he's a guard, then tackle is a need on this team.
I think he's a tackle.
If he's a tackle, then
I think he's a
then we'll go
tackle.
guard.
I think he's a
think
tackle.
I think he did very well at tackle this year. I think
He's too good to be
yeah.
a guard.
Okay, let's go ahead and go with Mayer then, in my opinion.
All right, consensus, Mayor.
Daddy,
don't-
I'm
I-
fine with it. 2
Let's
minutes.
do
Hate
it.
tight end.
Hey.
Hate tight end at one, but
Three-
YOLO, man.
3 weeks ago, well, 3 weeks ago, I mean, maybe Ant's opinion hasn't changed, but mine has. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team, Michael Mayer. Pop the champagne, honey.
Woo! Daddy, that was good.
Hey, restart the time.
Yeah, reset it.
I got to wait till we get to our pick. So do you guys want to consider pausing at any time or speed it right up?
I think you can speed it right up. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I think we could speed.
Let me
All
go
right,
up.
now what
Oh,
is
C. Smith, Mozzie Smith off at 34.
what is the strategy, fellas? Are we going BPA?
I love BPA, Barry. That's
BPAN.
my go-to, to be honest. BPAN is the
BPAN or BLP? Best
Steve
looking
Avila
player.
went to the Patriots. That's what I was hoping we'd see him.
Best
I do
player
like that
available or
EJ
best looking
I do-
player?
yeah, BLP is okay to go way to go too.
Are we on the clock?
We're on the clock.
Start it.
We are on the clock.
Daddy, you better start that gosh darn
So
clock.
this Tanner McKee is always kicking around in the second round when we get here, but I mean, no.
Not-
Yeah,
you-
that'd be
there's-
All right,
Underrated.
let's talk to our draft guru, Will McClay. What do you think, Will?
Start with
I'd like
position.
let me see the board. I'm still on the Zoom.
Yeah,
aspect
sorry,
of it.
dude.
I can't see.
No, I know. I wish I had a better way of showing it. I'm just gonna scroll through slowly like this, and
Well, let's check out-
AJ,
just go
just
straight to
pretend
the
it's a
corners
window
and
that you
then-
found on a Friday night and just show it.
And we have
Let's go to
trades.
the corners and then let's go to the guards and we'll see what's up.
I'll bring them both up.
Corners and guards. I like
Ooh.
that. I like corners and guards.
That's a great song too. Corners and guards. Corners
Who's gonna
and
block or
guards.
protect you?
Sounds
Eli
like it's
Ricks,
about your
take him.
kid when they're.
There he is, Eli
Ricks?
Ricks. Take him.
He's down there though. No,
Ricks,
he's down
keep
there.
going. Keep going. Ooh. Julius Brents is the guy that I could see Dan Quinn loving.
Moch Pit's on the still out there floating around.
Julius
Ooh,
Brents,
Cody-
eh?
Cody Mock.
Co-
I'm down for
Yeah,
March.
Yeah, Kahuna said if Moch Pit's available at first round, we should take him. And I said, oh, we are Moch pitting up in here.
Where?
A lot of
Right
people
there.
think Cody Mock has position flex for all five.
Okay, here.
Not just two positions, all five.
And
on
that's
the offensive line.
and that's what we need.
Yep.
We need
Yes.
a guy that
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
able to be a Swiss Army knife. So
And-
I'm good there.
But
Bear-
what if we do this, guys? Where
Trade back for him.
yeah, this is 58th pick. We should
Yeah.
we can either trade back and try to get a pick that's well above 88 and then take him on that one, like say 80th or above. Or we can pick now and then trade a couple picks to try to move up.
I think
Yeah.
we trade our 50. If we
I'm
trade our
down for
58,
trading.
if
Hey,
we
let's
trade our
look.
58 back, yeah, let's see who's fucking around with us right now.
Well, we don't always have to follow this. We can also go and make
Yeah,
our own
but
trade.
but if it's not a team interested, you're gonna have to give up more.
True.
All right.
So
Let's
you
go
always-
AJ, go ahead and scroll to the third round on the all the way to the left on the board and see who's at the top of that third round that also has a pick still in the second round.
So we got Bills, Bengals.
So we could probably
Bears.
the Bears. Bears is
Bears
right
look
there.
like
Let's
the,
try
yeah.
for the
Bears look like someone you could trade with.
5 minutes,
Let's try to
32
get their
seconds,
second
Daddy.
and
Just letting you
third.
know.
Man, just looking at this, the Bears are setting themselves up to be a very good team.
Oh yeah.
Shut your
I mean,
mouth, Mike.
yeah.
Shut your mouth,
if-
Mike. Go get some more Chick-fil-A.
If
Daddy,
make
don't
the
listen to him.
decision-
Daddy, don't listen to him.
I've never had Chick-fil-A in my life.
So
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
right.
21%
That
chance.
that is a lie, Mike. Okay, we went to Chick-fil-A the other day.
Shoddy, you dirty.
And you bought me nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, Shoddy. Do you want some too?
Man, I went
What do-
I went to Chick-fil-A with Mike too, and that kid's face as he said, "My pleasure, sir," was it was a sight to see. I'll tell you.
It was a sight for sure eyes. We got 4
You know
minutes,
what?
48 seconds
It
left here.
disgusts me.
We only
ordering
got
food
4
with
minutes
Ollie.
left.
Yeah,
4
we do.
minutes,
Okay,
44
here's
seconds.
a trade I have on the board with a 44% chance. Chicago will give us their 61st and 64th for our 58th, 90th,
No.
and
No,
169th.
don't.
No, that's
What do you mean?
bad.
We get two. We're giving
no,
up
that's
the
terrible.
169th. We move
No,
up.
no. That's a bad.
If you
pick.
take
That's
off
a bad
90,
trade.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
take off, I
take
agree,
off
take off
90.
90.
Take off 90 and see what happens.
No, they won't take 9. It's our 61st and their 64th.
Right, but we're giving up our
cares?
depth on the back end.
We're giving up our 58th and our 90th. Those are swapping. So 58th pick and 90th pick swap.
What if
for
you
this.
what if you take 164th off?
You guys
and
are
try-
nuts.
How about you take off 90 and you take off the
Guys,
Well, no,
We're all-
Alex isn't wrong. No, Alex isn't
You guys
wrong.
are crazy.
He's saying 58th.
and
You are
give them
literally.
Dorrance
You're,
Armstrong.
You're
you-
giving up
you-
58th and 90 to get 61 and 64. So
Well,
we're moving,
well,
essentially moving
well,
back.
listen,
three
Mr.
pack.
Jones, you're the boss.
Yeah,
You're the
Mr.
boss.
Jones, Daddy,
All right?
you got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to make
I
up your
know.
goddamn mind.
But
Sorry, Mama.
I'm saying we move. Look how much. So we move back 3, and then we move up from 90th to 64th, and then we
You're the-
just lose our 169 pick.
You're the boss. Do the deal. Go ahead. We're
Just
behind. you still.
AJ,
Yeah.
add Dorrance Armstrong and see what we can get for him. Because the Chicago Bears need defensive linemen.
Ooh, I love that thinking. Get him on the phone.
Daddy, I got the one.
Okay, now take that
There
one
you
off.
go.
What did we get there?
Okay, so we got to give up 58th, 90th, and Dorrance Armstrong. That's a good
honestly
pick.
would-
That's a
Take
good
off
trade.
90.
Honestly, I
Do the
honestly
deal.
don't.
They're 100
I don't
points.
hate that. Honestly,
Do the deal.
that's better.
Hang on.
I do love
36.
Dorrance, though.
Ooh,
No, don't fuck around with picks that we're not even going to use.
Hold on. Take off 90 and offer the one further back.
It
if we
won't.
can first, and then
No.
if we don't.
no, they won't
Just
take
try
that.
it. Just try it.
No,
Okay.
no deal.
They will
We're
accept this one.
Okay, we
Try
got
it.
2 minutes and 31 seconds, Daddy.
I know we're in the
Woo,
process.
we
not
are
only-
making
Not
deals,
only do we only
Daddy.
have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, we have to make the trade and then still pick a player.
Right.
Oh God.
They're not even taking that.
Well, we have our player. We have our player. We just gotta.
Yeah, much
We already
bet.
know it's Cody.
So we
Okay,
want.
we're doing
we
this
want-
one.
want
There we
well,
go.
but guys. All right.
There we go.
212?
212.
Yeah. Yep. Just hey, don't listen to
yep.
fat fucking Mike.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa!
Woo!
All right,
We
let's pick our
got
guy.
'em!
Yeah, let's get it. Let's go.
Celebrate, Daddy.
So does that mean our actual time starts over then?
Yeah. Start reset.
Yeah, but we're gonna be.
Yeah, well, we'll take
Once
time.
we get to the pick. Once
Bring
we
Okay,
get to the pick.
Let's bring. Once we get to our pick, bring up.
We
our
are.
board.
We're ready to go. So in between our pick, they took Julius Brents, cornerback, then Matthew Bergeron to the Bills, and then Keon White
Ooh.
to the.
Actually, we probably don't
Bengals.
need to take. We probably could take somebody else. We could probably get Mach in at a, what is it, 64?
That's what I'm saying. We can probably take another player here, and then our next pick we will for sure get Mach.
I'm gonna go. Fuck. This is tough
Let's-
because a lot of these guys,
Let's
they've
go ahead and look at the D tackles.
Okay.
See
see
who
who
we
got
got.
it. DT.
Do you mean Di?
Ooh,
Who
Ika.
is this guy? Who the f is this guy?
Siaki Ika.
We've taken
I like
John
that
Mo
guy.
before. We've taken Morrow before. Defensive interior from Texas.
Who did you like?
Go
Sorry,
ahead and
EJ.
pull up, go ahead and pull up Ika's picture.
You know us too well. Siaki Ika.
Is Kancey still out there, or he got drafted?
Nah, he got taken way first round.
Yeah.
Okay, that.
Yep.
That's something I can get down with right there.
Yeah, you don't have too much time. Okay,
This
there
is
you go.
another big nasty for us. So.
Yeah. We talked. We talked about him at one point? Did we not?
Well, let's see what
No.
We're talking about him right now.
I got that 7-day trial for PFF, luckily, so I got a little bit
Nice.
more information. He looks very good with his pass rush from the tape I seen, and also his pass rush win rate. Sorry, I'm just reading off this sheet here. But no, here's the thing.
Disregard anything that he said. Strike it from the record. He did not do it in Jerry Jones's voice.
No, that's
So-
I think that
Still, I don't
I
know.
like his-
I don't know who you're talking to right now.
I'm just talking. I'm not in that mode yet.
Oh, okay.
He's not Jerry mode yet.
6'3", 335. We do need it, and that would solve a big
We do
need.
need it. We do need it.
I'm a not an as-bat son right now. I'm a very big fan of taking a defensive
Okay, so-
interior.
Who was our first pick again?
My ears.
So tight end.
Tight
and
ends.
then so we went tight end.
Yeah.
So let's think it this way. Defensive interior is a position that we need. So this is I'm starting at the point that we need to start not looking at players. We need to look at positions of need. Defensive interior is a spot of need.
Charbonnet.
No, I don't think
Charbonnet.
I don't think halfback's there yet.
Man, yeah, the second round halfback.
I mean,
is a little steep
listen,
for me.
I think
Charbonnet, he's good, but
He's
if we
good.
can get it, if we can get him in the third, that would be good.
Or
There's too
Achan,
many-
if
there's-
Achan's in the third, we could get him too.
There's too many other good running backs that we could get in the third or fourth. I think
Right.
our defensive interior is a great spot. What was our weakest spot on our team last year? Our middle
Defensive
of the field
interior.
on defense. So I think that's a good pick,
Linebacker
honestly.
and D tackle
D tackle and linebacker was our weakest spot.
and corner too, but we've already fixed that. So
We
Right.
fixed
Yeah.
that in
4
previous
minutes
season.
54 seconds, boys.
So I'm good.
I'm
I'm good
down
with
for Ika.
defensive interior.
Eric Black and chat. What's up? What up, Eric? He's saying Achan would be good. I think if what's his name, if Charbonnet's not there and third round, I do think we drafted Achan before. He's a good pick.
Is this that boy?
No,
Is that Siaki?
that's our DI.
Look at that. Imagine that guy. That guy brings attitude.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Who's against it?
Hell.
Who's against it?
I'm not against it.
I'm not against it. Let's get a draft buzz. Let's get a draft buzz of them.
Okay, I'm gonna remove the screen so that you guys can see, so that it's a surprise.
I'm not against taking this guy. He looks like a fucking bruiser. And
Just
that's
one-
what we need.
There we
Who are
go.
talking about right now?
Oh yeah.
Your boy.
Siaki Ika. Or I can't
Oh.
say it. Siaki
Sorry, I
Ika.
was reading the chat.
He's Samoan.
Yeah, and he
Yeah, he
looks
has
like he can fuck you up.
So he didn't do
Yeah.
too much, though. He didn't
And-
do
and-
too much.
Hey, listen, when you talk about a Samoan on the defensive line, you take him.
Yeah,
You take him.
I'll tell you a story about a bar
6'2",
fight.
335. Sorry, go ahead, Anth.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
about a
it's like-
bar fight that we got into with a guy that was Samoan. I was
Oh, you were playing with your life.
yes, we were. I was after playoff loss in box lacrosse, which is a sport we play in Canada. We
Right.
were in a pub outside of our hometown, and we were all drinking. And we look over, and there's this dude that's just towering. And he might not have been Samoan. He might have been Fijian. He could have been Kiwi. He could have been Australian. But
Right.
he was Polynesian. He was Polynesian descent, 100%. Fucking bruiser, right? But this guy deserved what he got. So we look over, and he's arguing with this older bartender, this lady, and he fucking decks her.
Oh wow.
And so then I watch one of my buddies run over to grab him, and then he KOs my buddy. Like,
Wow.
You
One
saw
punches him.
Siaki knock a man out?
so then
Hey,
No, it's like,
There
sorry,
was a-
Jerry
there was
wasn't
a-
paying attention.
I'll finish the story quick. There was a table of us. We ran over and we tried to beat him up, and it was still a fair fight for him. And there was like 4 of us. So
Wow.
I said to everyone after, I was like, I would not have fought that guy by myself. I'm not
Oh, no.
for
Oh,
I'm
no.
not for jumping guys, but I'm not taking on Optimus Prime by myself. And my girlfriend was there to back this story up. It was insane. It was wild.
No,
but-
there's no way I'm dealing with Umaga
Oh,
by
he-
myself. I'm not
He-
doing
that
it.
guy, I'm full on. If he's anything like this bar wrecker, get him on the team.
Yeah, let's do it. I like this pick. He looks he's a nasty kid.
So
So be able to wreak some havoc on that defensive line.
So we're drafting him and then Mock.
I think Yeah,
Well,
I
we're
think
gonna see.
Siaki, Ika, and then we're gonna see if Mock makes it.
Okay.
Just a little caveat though I want to talk about though with the Dorrance Armstrong trade in our scenario right here,
Yeah, he
moving up
gone.
Sam Williams, one spot up the depth chart, and then we also signed Tack McKinley as well today, so he's gonna get moved up as well.
I'll be honest, I don't love getting rid of Dorrance Armstrong. I was a big favorite of Dorrance Armstrong, but I'm also I gotta buy in. Big Mike buys
Well, hey,
in.
Big Mike, you got we got a minute 28 seconds left on the board, Daddy. You better call it in.
Let's draft him. Let's draft him.
Ika's the guy.
Ika's the guy.
I'll get
to the team.
I'll get Ika on the phone, Daddy. 1 sec.
Woo! He's on it.
Jody.
No, Mock went right after to the Eagles. No, you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna kill him. Let me out of the room. Let me out of the room.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Oh, they took Mock Pit.
Okay.
Could have done it opposite, taken Mock and then got Ika after.
Well, probably now, but Mock was 80. I swore that we'd get him.
Daddy, pick us up a running back. Pick us up Chabernet or Achan.
Did you guys restart the time?
Yep.
Time started 7:40.
Mike McCarthy.
Charbonnet.
Mike McCarthy. Hang on a sec. Mike McCarthy, you are the worst person for clock management. So
Jerry's
you have no right to say anything.
Jerry's mad. He wants jersey sales. He's saying Charba fucking nay.
Chabernet. Okay, so
let's go.
Talk us out of it.
Sorry, let's go check out the guards as well.
Ugh, boring.
I mean, these guys got.
Daddy, do we have to have Will in this room?
He's boring as shit.
I thought we didn't.
Well,
did we not?
Wait, what the hell? Oh, sorry. I thought it was O-line.
Hey, he's a couple drinks in. Leave my daddy alone.
Well, why does it keep? Oh, I have both tackles.
Jerry's ultimate salted everything.
I've salted it all. Okay, here we go. Luke Wilper, Andrew Voorhees.
My other guys.
Voorhees,
so.
Jason. So I'm at this point.
That dude is a.
I'm at this point.
Voorhees isn't bad, man.
I'm at this point in the draft.
Play the SC. Play the SC. They had a pretty solid year. He wasn't that bad of a player. Pretty nasty in the trenches too. So
he's just so far back. I think we could.
And super punchable
he's
face.
Good, but he tore his ACL or something
at
the combine, so he'd be a stash player anyway.
At the combine, wow, that's tough.
Yikes!
We have three. We have three. Yeah, we can't waste. I'm not risking it on that weak-kneed.
Let's go ahead and check corner, and then let's check wide receiver.
Right? Is Jalen Hyatt still there?
I doubt it. I would love it, but
let me pull up that too.
Try to get that speeder. The speedster.
Yeah.
The
Wilson and Ricks are. I see them a lot, and I like them.
Well, you got wide receiver and CB selected. Okay.
Yeah.
We talked about Ricks.
Okay, scroll down a little bit.
My Ricks. Rixie.
I don't think we can draft Ricks because we've taken him twice before.
Tyler Scott is another guy that's kind of like Hyatt, who can take the top off the defense. I think his average yards per catch on touchdown passes was like 40 yards.
Wow.
Hey,
so again, guys, we got to talk about needs, right? We're looking at all these players and we're like going through right now.
I think wide receiver
is
a need, right?
But what type of wide receiver?
Speedster. We need a guy that can be
speedster, not a big guy.
Well, I think Brandon Cooks is a speedster.
Well,
I think a big dude.
I think a combo guy,
yep.
a guy that can be able to run routes, right, and can be able to still take the top of the ball. So if you can get a combo receiver, then that's great, right?
AJ,
I don't want a specialty guy. I want somebody who can be able to run routes.
Look for a guy named Cedric Tillman.
On what
wide receiver?
Wide receiver?
Yeah. See if he's there.
Dude, your boy Parker Washington's ahead of him.
Look, he looks.
This guy's a bigger receiver, and honestly, I think that he's underranked on this board.
But we can't. But that means we have a chance of getting him possibly a little bit later.
4 minutes and 32 seconds left.
That's true.
This is the thing. We always got to think. I get it, but we have to look at what PFF. We got to kind of play into there.
Let's go around the room. And does anybody love a player right here? Is anybody standing on the table for a player right here? If
I want to see. I need to see.
Maybe we should trade back.
I want to see the full board here.
Okay.
No selection. Just who's there. I mean, for me, Garrett Williams, you hear a lot about him, but you always see him falling, so I don't understand why. There's a reason that he's falling on these boards. Garrett Williams is ranked as a top 10 CB by PFF. Do we want to take him there? I don't know. But that's probably the only guy I keep scrolling down, AJ. And then Tomlinson, again, another CB that had Eli Ricks. And Charbonnet. So those are probably the only guys I've really recognized of names. And then Tank Dell, but he's for some reason falling also. So I don't.
Well, Tank Dell's like 5'6", 5'7",
and had a terrible
skinny.
40. Did not have a good 40.
Trey Hodges Tomlinson, he's the cousin of or not cousin, but nephew of LT Damian Tomlinson. But he's kind of redundant. He's more of a slot corner anyways, and we already have 2 of those guys. So.
Yeah, if we're drafting cornerback, it has to be someone that can take a spot for Gilmore next year, basically.
Yeah. I agree.
What about this edge? Line's done. Let's not focus on line.
So edge, linebacker could possibly be another spot.
Andre Carter is a guy that a lot of people see as a stash player just because of his weight. He's a guy that played for Army, and he's good. He's got pass rush moves and stuff like that. But he was really the only player on Army. So
they had him.
How much time we got, Steven?
2 minutes and 38 seconds, boys.
8 minutes feels like an eternity, doesn't it?
This is where the money.
I say
let's try to trade back personally.
I don't mind it, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, because I don't think that we're in love with anybody. So I don't mind
trading
it. Back will be good.
Just how many picks are you feeling?
They took the wind out of the Eagles. Took the wind out of our sails with Mach.
They got Mach.
They got Mach. The Eagles, like any other team, might have been
79 maybe.
That far back, eh?
Well, we originally had
the
9.
Canadian, and you slipped out.
Maybe the Browns, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just looking for someone who's got something like here's something that I'm interested in. Package.
Ooh, Daddy wants those headlines.
Package that. Now that already gives us a 30% chance.
Just try it.
They took it.
Yes.
Hey, sometimes you got to throw that haymaker, son. Sometimes you got to throw that haymaker.
Wow,
hey, I like that.
Come over here, Bats. Yeah, I'll kiss you on the lips like Tom Brady did.
Kiss me, Daddy.
Yeah. Kiss me,
We're just having some fun.
All right, so who's the next pick? Who do we think about?
There's Cedric Tillman off the board right there.
Again, I think we got to go. At this point you're not thinking
reset.
player, you're thinking position. Right? Like we got to think what position is. We all got to agree on a position and then take the BPA on that position. That's how I feel at this point of the draft.
We got including this pick. Sorry, Ann.
No, go for it.
So, including this pick, we have 4 picks left, so we're doing really good.
All right, cool.
Well, I will just say, just a reminder, we just lost 2 players that I was at least interested in Eli Ricks and Cedric Tillman went up there to the Broncos.
I do like Ricks, but EJ, we got him twice though. So if you put it the average of on our 4 mock drafts, we got him 50%.
We got to get somebody else.
Yeah, you know what? I like going with familiarity, and so I was all for Ricks, and then fucking Mike McCarthy with food in his mouth said, "Don't pick Eli Ricks."
Would you rather know 6 players in the draft when we're doing the live stream?
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
10?
I agree.
So Michael Wilson's a guy we've taken before.
Here's my thing. I like offense. I don't care, and I think that
playmakers.
We should go for playmakers. Correct.
Yeah, I agree.
So whoever's a playmaker, go get him.
Best running back or wide receiver.
There's my boy Achan.
Achan's still there.
So it's either.
Hey, you know what?
We got to pick at 98. Sorry, I pick at 98 as well.
I like Tank Dell. I like Dell, and I like Charbonnet if he's still there. So
Charbonnet is gone.
Are we finally the team that takes Dell after his big fall? He's free-falled. He's free-falled out of the second round.
I would take him. I would.
Why did he fall?
He had a shitty 40. He's for his size, he should have ran at least a 4.4. I think he ran.
Here's the thing, right? Jerry Rice had a terrible 40 as well.
Yep, you're right.
Well,
I don't mind. Rishi Rice, another good wide receiver who's fallen. Like they're both guys that I think those top 5 picks. Any
keep
of those
going
guys
down, AJ.
Is good right now.
McBride, Tank Dell is a route runner. He led all receivers last year in
And-
touchdowns.
and
Catches
we're not-
with 15.
And we're not looking for him to be a number one guy. We're looking for him to fill a role, right?
Those 4 picks, I
So
think
him
all
filling
4
a
of those
role,
guys.
I think that's the role that we're gonna want him in. Great route runner. He can be a great third down receiver. That's a guy that you need that is gonna be there.
You know what?
Timing.
Let me sell you on Tank Dell real quick. He caught 71 first down passes last year.
I'm sold.
Had a
Wow.
TD in the last 10 games of the season.
That's big.
Never missed a game at the college level. Never
big.
missed a
That's
You
game.
know what's
big.
going to happen if we don't take him? He's getting taken next.
Okay. How about
Absolutely.
this?
Literally,
How about this? We take Tank Dell. I like
Yep.
that. And then, what are your thoughts on
love 'em.
McBride or Bigsby
love 'em.
being our 98th pick if they're around? One of those two guys.
You're the
I
boss,
like
Jerry.
both of them. So
I love McBride.
That's why
McBride-
That's why you're hired, Shotty.
Since
I
we
think
have some
Brian-
time here, we have chat's asking a question to Will McClay and to Schottenheimer. What about Will McDonald? That's from Eric Black 60.
Will
Interesting.
McDonald, is he still
Had
on
a
the board
farm.
from Iowa?
Is he still there?
I don't think he would be. He's more of a second round
Okay,
guy.
so then it could be a
Could go
delay. It
possibly
could be a
first.
delayed comment. He's just asking.
Could be delayed. Let me-
And he's also Eric's also saying Eric Black 60, who's also showed up a ton of time throughout the season. He's saying I would take McBride.
McBride's DeMarco
But like you
Murray
said,
Jr.
we could take McBride. We could take probably McBride on our next pick though.
That's what I'm thinking.
I agree.
And-
I
Right,
agree.
right.
I
and
think
I actually
Don't
really like
burn
that
the pick
call.
right now. Yeah, McBride's solid. He's solid.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
Are we
taking Tank Dell.
Tank Dell, and then hopefully McBride's there.
Yeah, I think
I say
Tank
let's
Dell
take
because, like I
Tank
said,
Dell.
I want reliable hands for third down. That's a big down.
Yeah.
We struggled in that divisional game against the Niners because of third down. Let's
Yep.
go ahead and get some guy that can be able to run crisp routes on a third down.
And we
In
got our
back-to-back years. In back-to-back years.
and we got our
You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
we got our big body out there for the end zone catches in Mayer already.
Ooh, the
Exactly,
real
there
money
you go.
mayors in here in the
I mean,
house
what
now.
I really want to do is see them stand next to each other and
Oh,
just
yeah.
see the difference because it's like these two guys are in the NFL. Are you kidding me?
You're absolutely right, Daddy.
All right.
I'm down for the running back, the next pick, but I do want to look at linebackers before we lock it in.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Linebacker is a
Absolutely.
spot that could get
Look,
upgraded.
you can have Anth play Mike McCarthy, but you can't take the Anth out of the Mike McCarthy. He's gonna want to see those linebackers.
Always, I'd like the
Yes.
bangers, baby.
He would have taken
So,
he would have taken an LB every single fucking round.
So
Probably would, honestly.
we're going to take Dell here for the 74th pick. We have a 98th pick, 129th pick, and 169.
I like it.
So I do like I think running back, linebacker, but we do have to play into effect that running backs, even after the last time you looked, they're starting to thin out.
Right.
So we'll select this, go Dell, and then let's see.
Well,
I do want to see linebacker because I also
And
think they're starting to thin out.
let's not take running back just to take a running back. Like
Just because?
we
Yep.
want to get value. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got
So-
Ronald Jones. Like we don't
Okay,
need.
hey,
You know,
Exactly.
okay,
There's no real
okay.
need to take it at this point. We don't have to reach for one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
And-
my thing.
And behind LVE, you got Damone Clark. You've got
like
the
Clark.
kid out of LSU.
Right.
Yeah, Cox has
his
been.
mind's- Yep,
he's
Cox,
been-
Jabril Cox.
I expected more last year. Maybe this third year will be his year that he can.
I
finally
think
figure it out.
After that, it's
Jabril is going to
Devin
have a
Harper.
breakout. He's going to have
I
a
hope
breakout
so.
here.
I thought I was very high on Jabby last year. I hope
He was
this
on his
is
way.
year.
He was on
Yeah.
his way.
We're about to be on the clock.
The Eagles took booty. That was
So what?
Oh no,
what's
the
up?
booty's gone. Ah.
Fucking Eagles, man.
So what's the deal?
Hey, we're
the
good.
Eagles are having
Garrett
actually-
Williams
The Eagles
is
are
still
having a great-
here.
The
Guys.
Eagles are having a great draft, boys.
They are. I know. I've been watching them. I've been like,
They must
fuck?
they must be in here.
Every team that we see them take, or every player they take, we're like, damn, that's actually a pretty good.
I
pick.
wanted that. Yeah.
Oh,
Guys, Tanner McKee and Garrett Williams are still here. They've been here since
Hey.
the second round.
This
Well,
is the time. This is possibly a time we do start look. Hey guys, I don't know. Are you against possibly looking at quarterback even?
well, let's
Maybe our
sta-
next pick.
No,
You know
say the
what?
positions we want to look at. I'll add them to the short list.
That's a fair point, Coach. I think we
Reset.
should be looking at quarterback.
Hey, I mean,
do not
Dak's
in
a
on
little
McKee.
bitch. Dak's a little bitch. He's probably not going to make it for more than 3
Whoa,
more.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Coach,
whoa.
did you see the fact that he got some leg tattoos? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, on his ankle. Actually, those were sick though. His
It's
leg
pretty good.
tattoos were
It's pretty good.
Shit.
EJ, what were you thinking?
Linebacker, he was thinking.
I was saying linebacker, but I
right.
really didn't care for Tanner McKee as much as some of the other guys behind him.
Yeah, why is he not being picked? Something fishy about that guy. I don't know. I kind of like him. I'm tempted by forbidden fruit.
Don't do it, Daddy.
You know me.
Mr. Jones, leave the character issues alone, please. There must be something wrong with this guy, so just leave it alone.
That turns him on more, though.
He's like, I want to. Yeah, he's like, I like it.
Character
boy's
issues,
intriguing.
let's get him.
Bring him into my room.
There's just something about him.
Make sure you sign him up and put a contract in his contract that he has to meet
AJ,
with me
click
twice a
linebacker.
week in my office.
Yeah,
Okay,
give
we
him
want-
an NDA.
Make him sign
I
an NDA.
QB, RB, LB.
Oh, jeepers. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
there's McBride.
There's our boy.
And
There's our boy.
Bigsby.
Guys, I think McBride's the
Good
guy,
idea.
here,
Okay.
to be honest.
Yeah, McBride has to be the guy here, I think.
Hold on, I want to see
Ooh.
what the top linebacker is they have.
He's down there. Though.
Top
He's gonna be there.
linebacker looks like it's Ivan Pace Jr.
I mean, look, Roschon is still back there, so there is a chance that we could take Roschon and not go with a halfback this pick.
Hang on. What's this boy's? 5'10", 231. I can't put him on the field. He's going
That's
to get
too.
Yeah.
That's
He's
me.
very small.
Yeah,
That's
you can't
me,
you
well,
can't
I
you
will-
can't put Anth back on the field.
That's
I
why
will
don't you
say
just
one thing
draft
about
me,
this.
Jerry?
One thing I will say is that we already have our middle linebacker in LVE. We need a sideline to sideline guy. It's
Right.
gonna
We
get
need
to
we
the
need
sidelines
we
quick.
need a speed guy.
That's true.
So I mean, I do kind of like Ivan Pace here. I have not seen Cam Jones, so I can't talk about him.
I think
Cam-
Pace Jr. is going to be there in the next. Our
All
next
right.
pick.
So
he could
so,
be at.
So
yeah.
Will, if we take linebacker here, you're okay with losing McBride as a talent?
I'm okay with losing McBride just because
Okay,
I feel like
that's
Roschon
all I'm
Johnson's
saying.
good. I feel
That's
like
all I'm saying.
Kid out of TCU is good.
Yeah. Okay. So
Um,
if you're good with that, I'm good with going with speed
just for
on the
me,
outside.
just for me to plead my case, AJ, and I know you probably don't remember, but get Draft Buzz up. Let's see McBride's stats from last year.
Yeah, go ahead, Daddy. If you want to listen to someone who's on a beach
McBride is a
relaxing.
workhorse.
Well,
He is a
guys, I mean,
workhorse.
we're talking here. Running back is a big deal, and this is the guy that's a complete opposite of Rojo and Tony Pollard.
Right.
Read out his
Yeah,
stats, Alex.
He's a guy that you can give the ball to 35 times. You know what I mean? Like he's that type of guy.
Yeah, he had 1,713 rushing yards, 7.4 yard average, and
many
19
carries?
fucking touchdowns.
19
carries?
fucking
Whoa,
touchdowns.
19
Let me grab his
touchdowns.
carries right now.
7.4 yards per tote, man.
So he's a first down every
This guy's a beast.
every touch. Every touch is
This
a
guy's
first
a
down.
beast.
If we could get him this far back in IRL,
Oh, if McBride's there from the third up, I want them to
Yeah,
take him.
like that. Listen. You know me. I'm offense all the
Yep.
way. I respect Mr. McClay. I respect you. But this kid, I can use him.
Dude,
yeah,
look at his
there you go.
stats.
Look at shot. He's
Look at
going
his-
for it.
Look at his
Here's what I'll have to say.
Okay.
Look at his no,
we
just
have-
wait. Look at his 2022, 2021.
Fuck.
7.4 average, 6.7,
He's
19
a first,
touchdowns,
he's a
13.
first down. He's a first down.
He's a bruiser. He's
Well-
a DeMarco Murray, man.
Here's what I'm seeing amongst my scouts in the war room right now is we have at least two scouts standing on the table for McBride, and I'm just looking for the upside of Ivan Pace, but I'm not necessarily standing on the table. I said let's go ahead and hand the card in for McBride then.
Okay, I'm good.
I
Good
like
bet.
it.
For,
I like
for,
it.
real
I
quick, for
like
those
it.
of you who know college football better than me, are these good teams that he's played against or bad teams?
It doesn't really matter.
LSU is
He's
considered a good team. I mean,
The-
played
see,
against-
Right. The thing with running backs is that it's a little different because you're looking for different things. Can they run between the tackles? Do they have speed on the outside? How do they handle third and short? Things like that. And this kid checks
he
all
breaks
the boxes.
tackles.
He breaks tackles.
another
he puts
grown-
people on their ass.
Another guy that's 250 pounds tries to tackle him and he runs over them.
Right,
That's
right.
What he does.
I mean, guys,
So like, and we need thunder. We have lightning. We need.
That's
thunder.
what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So we have Rojo. We have TP20. McBride
think
would
this
complement
guy-
them very nicely.
This guy is more than any other running back in the draft. A
Look at him.
contract kind of a player. You run him
Yeah.
into the
Totally.
ground, and then you let him go.
I mean,
Absolutely.
what happened?
100%.
Everyone else is left on the field. He's still running. I mean, this guy's
Well,
an amazing athlete.
Well, it's funny that you say that. The only thing, his only knock, and it was a good knock against DeMarco Murray, is he runs very, very upright. Like
Right.
you'll see him running, and it looks like he's standing straight up, but he still breaks
No,
tackles.
I actually like that comp from you, Ian.
Okay, let's bring him on the squad here, guys.
We finally got. I think I've talked about drafting him every
offense,
time.
offense. Right?
With
That's all
2
I
minutes
care
and
about.
25 seconds to spare, we got a laugh time.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Got him.
team.
I'm
Welcome
my
to the
guy.
team.
I'm just pausing quick to refresh everyone on what we've drafted. We
picks.
got 2 more picks, 2 more picks left. So,
All right. So
Up.
what are we thinking about here? Are we
Well,
looking at quarterback,
here's
we went tight end. We
Yeah.
went tight end.
tight end.
defensive
then-
line,
Yep.
Yep.
wide receiver,
Yes.
Wide receiver, running back.
running back?
So
Okay.
we gotta. I think we gotta go.
So I think
linebacker.
we can go linebacker or offensive line,
Cornerback.
cornerback, quarterback. So I think at this
quarterback.
point,
Yep.
it's BPA. If
Yeah.
whoever's the best player
Sure.
available on the board at those positions, I think we should go get him.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
I like it, to be honest.
Oh, Noah
Shot-
Sewell off the board for the Jets.
Oh, Sewell. That's my guy right there. That would have been a good pick on our next one. Sewell.
Yeah.
That'd have been some value late.
Here we go, fellas.
Here we go. So these, because we've only been doing these 4-rounders and not trading, I'm going to need some help from you guys because these are all, I may as
Whoa.
well be reading.
Cam
Cam
Jones.
Jones? Sorry, I'm thinking Cam Smith.
Yeah, me too.
These names may as well be in Mandarin to me, so we're gonna need a little bit. We're gonna need a little bit of back in here, guys. EJ, Will
EJ
McClay,
has him.
and
Will
and,
Mc-
Go ahead and keep
Barry
scrolling.
Grant.
See what I have here. Let's see what he got.
Sorry, I
What do,
reset.
what do we got? QB.
You
I was-
know, out of all those QBs right there, honestly, the guy that I personally like the best is Clayton Tune.
Yep, I've heard you sing that tune.
You don't want
before.
Aiden.
I've heard-
Is Aiden O'Connell the guy that that you just can't stand from Purdue?
No, that's
Yeah, but I've grown to hate him
Uh,
because I keep mistaking him for someone else.
the Wake
Listen,
Forest
I'm-
guy.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wake
I'm
Forest.
not gonna lie to you. Here's what I'm thinking here.
hear
Stenson Bennett.
That's the name I've been hearing.
He's a winner. This is a kid that understands how to win. He's a 2-time champ. You want winners in the building because that's infectious. He's mature. He's a guy that can be able to step right in there and do the job how you want him to do the job. He may not be spectacular, but he'll be able to do exactly what you need him to do. So I think Stenson Bennett, at this stage of the draft, you're getting a proven winner. And at this level, it's about winning at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
I like this kid.
Just to chime in on what Barry said is a lot of teams are looking at those guys that have played a lot of football. You can look at
Yes.
Brock Purdy with the 49ers. He came in and did good work. Dak Prescott's the same with
Absolutely.
Mississippi State. Came in,
Mississippi
he saw
State.
a lot of football, and he gets thrown in there as a rookie, and you can see what happens. So
Right.
I don't dislike Stinson Bennett. I just think that the quarterback profile, the things that make the scouts slobber, is more of the Clayton Tune.
Right.
He has the measurables. I think the dude's like 6'4", something crazy. He's
So-
fast.
so-
he has
so what-
running ability.
So what are you thinking? What are you thinking, McClay? You think you want to go with somebody who we can be able to develop, or somebody who can be able to just step in there just in
And win?
case
Well,
there's an injury
me-
that happens to both quarterbacks in regards to Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott? Like, what do you think?
yeah, for me, I think that we already have our guy that steps in and can control the game with Cooper Rush. We already just
Right.
signed him to the 2-year deal. So
Okay.
I kind of want to get a guy that we can develop.
Okay, I'm with it. I like it.
We're going quarterback. I love it. I'm good with either guy. I think quarterback's a good spot here.
Yep, and the only caveat before we pull the trigger on that is where is that? Shoot, the guard I just saw. Hang on, let me pull him up.
Good arguing
man's
point.
got the
Hang on,
heads up.
I know.
Good counter.
There we go.
argument.
Chandler Zavala?
Doesn't matter.
Zavala?
Fowler, go ahead and pull up his headshot for us.
Yeah.
AJ.
Yeah, we need
I
some
mean,
draft buzz.
great call.
We need some
pull up
draft buzz.
his headshot and then pull up Clayton Toon's headshot, and we'll compare them.
Okay.
And we got
this seems like a comparison here.
I mean, that looks like a selfie.
okay here.
And
There we go.
big boy. And who was the
Big
other
guy.
one? Clayton Toon?
Kind of
Yep.
looks like The Rock's like younger brother who isn't
Listen,
maybe as successful.
This guy is Avada.
Stone.
He has not given up a sack last. He didn't give up a sack last.
Him?
season. So yeah.
Okay, I
Doesn't
like it.
surprise me. Look at him.
So that's
you know
that's
what?
big as well.
Chandler
think
Zavala
we-
versus
I think we
fucking
draft
super
this.
nerd.
I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
we
this
draft
isn't
the guard, and then we can get Clayton.
An-
a little
Andrew
bit
Luck.
later.
And
Andrew Luck Jr. over here, number 3.
And
Yeah.
he's a plow horse in regards to like he moves the line. Like, you know, he's a run blocker.
I mean, I like
You know
it.
what I mean,
I like it.
Then we shore
the
up.
fact that we got McBride and
Yep.
you know we have the other guys.
Yep.
We have to.
The only
we have to
thing-
clear
We got to
away.
go quarterback next, though. We got to
Yeah.
go
The only
quarterback
thing,
next.
I just want that guy to get his tattoo redone. Take off the survive on the tattoo and just put kill on there.
Yeah.
on the side.
yeah,
There we
I'd be
go.
cool with
Okay.
that.
Right.
Hey,
so
uh,
I'm okay with it if you guys want to go O-line.
I'm okay with O-line. At this part, O-line's one of those positions that realistically, at this point of the draft, if you see a guy that you like, you take him.
It's a little bit of a reach.
Jerry Jones liked him.
But here's the reason, guys, because when I look at we got one more pick after this, of course, but I look at the next
Quarterback.
honestly, the next 20 or so picks are positions we just don't need.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
so
you went. The guy's not a small dude. He might be a work in progress, but he has the
I thought we all
size
agreed.
factors.
We were agreed with your Zavala.
yeah, I was just saying that
Let's
is
go
a
for it.
contributing
Hey,
factor.
AJ,
All right.
how many picks do we have left?
One.
After
One
this,
more
we'll
after
have
this
one
one.
more.
So we got
I
to go
think we'll
QB.
I think we got to go quarterback. It sucks we didn't get a linebacker. That means we're just gonna sign Wagner
Hey,
though.
just yeah,
Exactly.
we're just signing Wagner.
Give
Yep.
Yeah.
Bobby
Sign Wagner.
Wags that $3 million
Yep.
and let him shut up and take it.
We got that cap
All right.
space,
Yeah,
baby.
I like this draft. It is super heavy on the offensive side, and that's what
And that's
I think
what we
need to
need.
do.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's how
need.
they. I think that's the way they have to go. Is heavy on the offense. They've really in free agency have targeted the defense. I think offense is the way they're going.
Yep.
Obviously, they're probably gonna.
Cam
toward
Jones,
it.
your boy Cam Jones just got picked.
Nice.
So basically, we're going.
I like quarterback here.
Quarterback.
I mean,
honestly.
if Stenson Bennett is there, then let's fucking take.
If the quarterback what was it, Zane? Is that his name?
No, that's the guard. Clayton is his name.
Clayton.
All right.
Let's see it.
See it.
QBS baby.
Let's pull up.
Toon.
Oh, there he is. Clayton
Toon.
Toon's there.
There we go.
That's
Clayton
Bennett.
Toon.
I don't know.
We can do a compare of Bennett on
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the
let's
combine numbers and everything.
yeah pull
and-
up the numbers between Toon and Bennett. Like
Yeah.
I said, Bennett is a winner. You know what you're gonna get out of this
Yep.
kid.
I want
I
to see
mean-
what he looks like. Give me a face of the name. And Stetson
He looks-
Bennett.
he
I mean,
looks like a little
hey,
kid.
listen, they both have great names. I
Yeah.
like
Oh, look at this.
Stenson Bennett looks like he would like. Oh yeah, fucking.
Look
douche.
at that. Look at that. Hey,
Ah,
he got
that's
some
a
swag.
bro.
He got some swag, man.
Bro,
I like
he's
that.
a bro
One thing
Romo.
we
Look
need
at him. He
is
looks like a bro
bro.
Romo.
One thing we know about
He
Stetson
look-
Bennett
he looks
is
like- he
doesn't
looks
need
like
the
some-
money. Sorry, go ahead.
He looks like someone that comes over to your house and asks to borrow your lawnmower.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like a bro version of Tony Romo. Bro Romo. Look at him.
Romo.
Hey, I'm Bromo.
Dude, he looks like he was the actual guy that started Facebook. just months after they started.
Okay, and the other
Like
one
that.
is Clayton Toon.
Yeah, we're judging on pure looks. I don't give a fuck about combine.
I mean,
This
Clayton
is-
Toon
this
is Andrew Luck 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
I'm
junior.
going with I'm going with Stetson here.
Andrew Luck was not attractive at all.
Yeah, I'm not going with the dude that looks like.
Oh yeah, that was Andrew.
I mean, he looks
Let's
like
see
he
the one
could.
in the blue
It looks
tank.
like he could fucking pass my math test.
This is,
Fucking
Oh, yeah.
fucking nerd.
this is the most unfair comparison. These two photos versus these two photos.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I would like to take your daughter on a date. We're gonna go watch Whales, and we're gonna go see a PG-13 movie. It's like, nah, dude.
Now the only
Get the fucking cigars.
thing I don't like about
Romo.
Stetson is he's 5'11", and these tiny quarterbacks.
Ooh, how big? Okay, hey, great point, Daddy.
6'2".
That is a good point.
6'2".
He's small.
6'2".
Clayton
But
Tune
like-
is 6'2", though. What, 220?
6'2",
Like
plus 6'2" version of a giant vagina, or like
Or a 5'11" dog.
I mean, the
stud.
thing is, too. We should go for the person who has the most ceiling, because we have obviously Prescott, but also Rush is locked up for two seasons.
how do you determine that? though?
AJ forgot to run the clock, so we have enough time to talk about this right now. It doesn't matter.
I
think
hit
that Bennett is at his ceiling, but his ceiling is a good backup quarterback. In
Good
the
back,
NFL
exactly.
for games.
Solid number
And
two.
Clayton Tune right now, in my opinion, I think that he gives you plus in the run game, and so does Stinson. But he has that raw ability in the profile for a starting quarterback if you can get it out of him. So
Right.
and
that
we
you can-
we
that
know
you can be
Mike
able to develop.
McCarthy is I
Yeah,
mean,
talk to
this-
me, baby.
people don't want to talk. People don't want to say this, but he is kind of a quarterback guru.
Hey! Don't give me any shit either. Okay, I can be able to
And
deal with these
Brian,
quarterbacks
You,
as well.
you hear
Hey,
about
I'm
Aaron
sorry,
Rodgers?
Brian.
I
I forgot to
grew
mention
him. You hear about Aaron Rodgers?
I
grew
groomed him. Well, what, you groomed him to like touch him? Like, what'd you do there, Mike? We got Shoddy,
All right,
Shoddy
guys,
and
well,
McCarthy. Okay,
we got to do a vote on this one then.
Okay.
I'm indifferent.
You're
I'll let
Ed's
you guys
indifferent.
vote.
So Adam,
I'll give
or-
you guys
or
whatever
Batson?
vote. I'll be swing vote. I'll be swing vote.
I want the guy that is gonna be able to sit there and develop, be on our practice squad probably, and deal with that, and kind of, take a back seat and learn. He's gonna learn behind two good guys, Cooper
Yep.
Rush and Dak Prescott. So I like Tune.
okay, so Barry's
going for Tune.
okay. We got two tunes. Look, I'm just telling you right now. I get it. I love it. But Daddy, I mean Stetson, great name first and foremost. Great name.
Great luck.
And I just feel like Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush are both going to get injured this year, so I need somebody for the now.
Okay.
I tricked you, Batson. I made you go before me so that I could make you
Let
look
me
like
tell you
a
something.
fool.
No,
Tune. He's the big boy. He's the one we should be going for. Call him up. You call him.
All
Well,
right.
Man.
Welcome.
Mike doesn't even get a vote because I was a sway vote.
You-
What would you have swayed? It was 3v1.
That's what I mean. That's why I don't get one. That's what I said.
Yeah,
I don't get
but
one
who would
because
you have
that
picked?
was-
Who would you have took anyway?
I would have.
the Riz God.
I probably would have went with the guy from Purdue.
Okay.
Aiden O'Connell.
Oh,
Aiden O'Connell's my guy.
so here we go. We got a C
Oh, this
rating
is
for
it.
Mayor, a B+ rating
Wow.
for
Dell, A+, though.
I guess the trade and the pick for Ika.
Look at that
If
Dell
it's-
pick.
A+ for Dell.
Look at these D's. Look at these D's. B+ though. Hey, that's not our worst.
Yeah, B+ for McBride, a
Hey.
D for Zavala. But here's
That's
the
all right.
thing.
That's depth. That's depth.
Okay, but
That's
now
depth,
let's
man.
now
That's a
let's
good draft, boys.
let's step back from
Solid
the
draft.
let's step back
like it.
from the grade and just look at the position and players who we drafted and think about, okay, after what is it, April 29th or 30th on almost like waking up after
weekend.
So
New Year's Day. What are we looking at here? Are we happy or not?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I-
I mean,
I
you're
am-
getting.
I am
Sorry,
over
Barry,
the
go
moon.
ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm over the moon in regards to what we did. I think we got good positions, good depth at offensive line. You got a quarterback that you can be able to develop. You have a wide receiver that has sure hands and clutch. You have a defensive guy, interior guy that can be able to move the pile. And Mayer is a game changer. He is. They might not compare him to obviously the other guys, but he is. And it's a
Blocking
first
and-
round,
and
right?
pass catching.
But he's a
the
first round
best.
grade. But the fact that exactly blocking and catching, you're looking at a hybrid tight end. That's what you want. You don't want a guy to just do one thing. You got a
Yeah,
guy that can be able to
Kincaid
do two
is-
things.
Kincaid is more of the Travis mold, and
Right.
Mayer's more of the Kittle mold.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with either.
Nope.
Nope.
The funny
With
thing
me,
is, oh, sorry, EJ Rocket.
I was just gonna say, for me, Mayer is my second tight end. Ika was my fourth D tackle. Dell was my sixth wide receiver.
Oh, damn,
Can you
son.
scroll down a little bit, AJ? I can't see. Here.
Yep.
I'm just
McBride
on
is
Ant.
next.
It's
Who was
coming.
the
It's
next?
coming.
Yeah, McBride is next.
McBride. I haven't rated all the running backs, but I have watched McBride. He's great. Like Ant said, he's a workhorse guy. I really love the pick.
Next is
The
Zavala.
guard I haven't watched, and then Clayton Tune I'm higher than most on.
Right.
He was my fourth quarterback. So
Right. So
Wow.
think about it. Like the last two picks that we had, those are guys that can develop, right? So it doesn't matter what the grade is. It all depends on our particular coaches, how we're gonna be able to get them up to speed, what particular techniques we're gonna be able to give them, and how their will to get better is gonna be. So that's what really it comes down to.
Can I give a
Tune,
story
Tune was
about
my fifth.
Okay,
so
that's good.
Can I give a story about these grades? We did this last year, not to the point that we're doing it this year, but we did do drafts, and we were thinking running back because we thought the writing was on the wall for Zeke a little bit. And there was one draft, I think we did a full 7-round mock draft, and we got Brian Robinson Jr. in like the 6th, and they gave us a C-.
Right, and that
the
kid is good.
The dude, if he wouldn't have got shot in the legs,
Right.
probably would have been a top 10 running back in the NFL.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of these times, these draft scouts and whatever it is, they get so caught up in 40 time and cone drills and all this shit, and it's like you gotta look at the player. You have to look at how they perform in certain situations, man. And you really can't tell what's in here by 40 time. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's basically what you see on the field, how these guys respond to adversity. I like quarterbacks that throw interceptions and then come back and throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that I like at the college level, because it's them to be able to quickly process and say, okay, I made a mistake, but I'm gonna go ahead and look at my little tablet here, see what's going on, watch the play, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make a different play and get better. So those are the things that I see. I don't care about all of this other shit. Like if we were scouts back when Tom Brady got drafted, we'd all be fired right now. Right,
Yeah,
because
look at this wiener.
yeah, the guy has no physique. He doesn't have a plus arm. He can't run, but the dude's a bulldog, and that's what people didn't realize.
That's why the draft is not a perfect science, because there's stuff that there isn't measurable, and that's the perfect.
And
Tom Brady will forever be that perfect example of something that you can't measure. Look at that.
Would we draft
I will
this?
also add this little.
What are you wearing? Like those shorts? Go back to the shorts. What are those?
He looks like he has a nice hog just sitting down there,
It
though.
looks like they came into his dorm room and threw up a fucking piece of paper and said, "Hey, get up out of bed."
The biggest camel toe I've ever seen in my life.
With the biggest
Sorry.
That definitely looks like a porn scene. Absolutely, 100%. 100%.
Man.
Well, we
final thoughts,
couldn't
EJ,
get
let's
this. We couldn't get the star. We couldn't get the backup star or the triple backup star, but we did end up getting this guy.
Before they were famous,
we
Tom
found this guy
Brady
at
started some
Subway.
sort of college porno.
We found him at Subway to join in.
Hey,
Okay, let's get final thoughts here.
He is the last
EJ was saying something. Go ahead, EJ.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so for the D rating or whatever grade that they gave the Clayton Tune pick, that's ranked throughout the entire the ranking for him throughout the entire board. We know teams are going to reach on quarterbacks. They're going to reach because it's the most important position. So it doesn't matter about the grade for that guy. As far as going back and how you scout the players, I think it's 2/4, so a half of it is the film. Then a quarter of it is the situation around them, if they were getting a playing time, if their offensive line sucked, whatever. And then the other quarter is the combine, and that's how it should be if you're going to scout.
Absolutely.
And then I was just going to add in this little nugget. I think that this draft, out of all the drafts that we did prior to this one, I like this one the very best because it's offensive orientated, and I think that's the biggest weakness on the team is just offensive players.
Absolutely, and we got guys that can be able to make plays. That's what it's when you're talking about the skill positions. You need guys that can be able to get yak and make plays and make things happen, and all three of these guys can be able to make things happen.
I agree. I'm excited about McBride. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm excited about McBride right now.
I'm just excited that we got more dudes on our big board list that we can put. We're gonna make a big board, and every draft that we do prior to the actual draft, there's more guys that we talk about. There's more players that we end up finding out about. There's more players when they go off, and if they go to the Eagles, we're like, no, it's a dude that we actually like. You know, it engages us more on draft weekend than if we weren't doing this, and that's my favorite part about that.
You guys have done a good job with doing these mocks, man. So it definitely makes you guys more aware of who's available, who's out there. So good job.
It also allows us to when the Cowboys draft one of these players, we can go back to one of our 18 mock drafts.
We knew it.
Look, we predicted it. We called it.
And you know if any of these guys are picked, there's a clip coming out like.
Oh yeah.
But
we fucking called it.
Can Fan calls it.
Mock fucking 7.
Yeah.
Mock 75. But I will say that our Will McClay, EJ Savage, has definitely helped us kind of take our knowledge of some of these recruits coming out. The fact that you have that dossier on all these players and we bring up a name and you're like, I have him at this. It's like, it's incredible. I'm a bandwagon boy. I buy into player stories. Like I'm sad when I see some players that I was excited about get picked off the list, and I can't wait for draft weekend.
Draft weekend's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have all even podcast there. We're gonna have Boys in the Hood or Boys in the Zone. We always want to say Boys in the Hood.
We are gonna have Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Zone. We're gonna have Boys in the Zone, EJ, and we're gonna have Barry Grant. You guys are obviously gonna join us during draft weekend, I hope. But we're gonna shout ourselves out. Give yourself a call out, EJ. Where can people find you?
Yeah, just Boys in the Zone on Twitter. Just follow me there for Cowboys content and just constant tweets on what's happening and where I think that this team should go in free agency and in the draft.
Well, we loved having you. Barry Grant Jr. of the All Even Podcast. Where can people find you?
You can find me anywhere, man. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I'm all over the place. Tell a friend to just join in and join the nonsense that I speak. So, there's times where I speak some good stuff, but there's times where I just talk bullshit. And,
I just want to add in on Barry is this dude talks about all sports. So if you're not just a fan of the Cowboys, go ahead and tune into his show because he's got some knowledge on not only just football.
Well, the best thing about Barry, like he'll post something in his story, and I'll be like, "Explain to me why this is this."
Yeah.
Like something to do with some rat like basketball. I'm like, why is this guy? Why do you hate this guy so much? I need to know, and I don't want to
invest.
I'd rather hear your opinion why you hate him. Yeah. But all right, guys, we appreciate you guys coming on and joining us on Mock version 5 already.
Mock version 5, yeah, baby.
That's crazy. We're getting close to draft night. It's gonna be nuts. Bandwagon boys over there looking. Good as usual. I'm gonna say they look good. I won't leave that against them.
Feel good.
Over here, I'm in a hotel. No one knows where I am. I'm in a hotel, but I'm at a beach. But we'll be back. We'll be back Sunday at I'm gonna say 3 p.m.
Yep. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah. So that's it. Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Sunday, son.
Peace.